Listen to Choosing Sides F1 on the iHeartRadio app,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
From the Ingalls Studios, this is ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart Radio Station.
The pounding begins. The wagons are circled. Every wind is raidered. It's football time in America, and this republic has never been stronger. The Sportsocracy, Beer City's best sports talk, live from the Ingalls studio.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. The Sportsocracy is heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, seen everywhere on YouTube. Go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat for what will be a wonderful round of Mockin' the Mocks on the program today. Also going to talk about the new NFL rules all wrapping up today down in Orlando. The NFL owners meetings are all good. And sorry, Jeremy just hovered over my shoulder for a second there. I was like, what are you doing? Why are you on my side?
I was just verifying. Well, I was on your side earlier. I wanted to make sure that I had all the buttons in place.
Yes. All the buttons are in place. We are set and ready and raring to go for the massive amount of outrage around the NFL community. We're upset, apparently, because the kickoff has to change.
Okay.
Why?
Why what?
Why are we upset? Why are people so upset about this?
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know the answer because there's something that we hid in this that people seem to be gleaning over. Now, if you kick it in the end zone and it's a touchback, they get the ball at the 30.
5, isn't it? I thought it was the 35.
Is it the 35?
Yeah, I think it's the 35.
It was.
If you kick it and it goes in the air into the end zone or through the air and out of the back of the end zone, or like Greg Zuerlein likes to do, just kick it through the uprights.
Yes.
From the other 35.
I still maintain that should be 3. All right. You put it through the uprights. We'll give you the ball.
Give you one. We'll give you one.
We'll give you the ball at the 35, but we're putting 3 more on the board. I'll settle with 2.
Right. Then it comes out to the 35. If you hit it in the landing zone, which is what was long referred to as the red zone, it's the same thing. It's the 20 to the goal line.
Yeah, just call it the red zone.
If you land it in the red zone or the landing zone and it bounces into the end zone and it's down there, then it comes out to the 20.
Stop giving things names they don't need.
So it's also, you line up like you do in the XFL, which, by the way, I've heard this a couple of times. I think the first time I heard it was yesterday on PTI. I don't like the fact that we're taking rules from the XFL. What does that matter? If it's a good idea, then does it matter where it comes from?
No.
I mean, the quick replay thing, the quick challenge thing, that came from the XFL. And we had good success for that for a minute.
It did. If a good idea is a good idea, I don't care if it came from Stephen Hawking or Bubba the Love Sponge. It's still a good idea. And anything that's going to give you more kickoffs is a good idea. Because I'll go ahead and tell you what you're going to get now. You're going to get kickoffs that go really high in the air, and they land at about the 3.
Yep.
And then we get the kickoff back.
Yep.
Yes, there is. It is less than ideal that somebody gets the ball at the 35-yard line. Do you know what the difference in touchdown scoring drives, in drives that start at the 25 to the 35, do you know what the difference is?
No.
It's less than 4%.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Now, if you go back to the 20, then it becomes more of a discernible difference. The 40 is also a discernible difference. But empirical evidence tells you that this is not going to lead to the way more points that people think it is.
Yeah. I mean, I can see where you're going with that. It's still you still got to put together a 65-yard drive. But here's the thing. I don't expect anybody to do that. I don't expect teams to be out, screw the new rules. We'll just fire it through the end zone anyway.
I don't think they will either.
No.
I think you will see.
I'm taking my team, for example, here. We have a kicker, Chase McLaughlin. I don't know how good he is at kickoffs. I know he did a lot of the kicking off last year, but also Jake Camarda's done a lot of our kicking off. And that dude is probably the most accurate corner kicker in the entire league. I mean, he can be on his own 35-yard line and drop it at the 5. Mm-hmm. And drop it in the corner so it goes out at the 1. I've seen him do it several times. And I imagine that this is now special teams practice from now on is going to be, hey, you go out there, you get your tee, and you just practice dropping it right at the 5-yard line.
That's, hey, every kicker that's a kickoff specialist, you just got homework for the offseason. You better learn to be really, really good at putting it inside the 5-yard line. In our YouTube chat, Gigi Gambling said, you say that until Mahomes scores 60 touchdowns this year. I'd be way more worried about that hip drop rule than I would the kickoff. Because now you have Travis Kelce with Pat Mahomes, and I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to tackle him except play his girlfriend's stupid songs in the background and hope he cries.
I thought they were breaking up. Are we not on that this week? Is the rumor mill going the other way this week? Are they getting married now? It seems like it changes every week.
I don't care. I don't care that they went to a gym and made everybody leave. I don't care. I don't need to know what TKT do. I don't care.
TKT?
I came up with that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't care what you like.
TKT.
See how stupid it sounds? That's how stupid grown men talk about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
You have no real defense for that. That's the problem. A corner on a tight end, no chance anymore. You better not let him get past you. You better not.
No, the
moment you touch him,
the thing that would scare me is that we're getting away from the game that you and I grew up with. This is getting more gimmicky by the year.
Yep.
And I mean, you know what's next, right?
What's that?
The onside kick. Because now you have to declare an onside kick. There's no more surprise onside kick.
Nope.
You know the rule that's coming, and I'll be shocked if it doesn't come in a year.
What?
Oh, you can take the ball at your own 25, 4th and 20. And if you convert it, you keep the ball. So basically we're going to play make it, take it in the NFL. Awesome. Yeah, that's not beneficial to have Pat Mahomes or anything.
We'll have to get somebody will have to get hurt on an onside kick for that to happen. I don't foresee that happening.
What, the 4th and 20 thing?
Yeah.
The Eagles have opined that 3 years in a row. It has been discussed 3 years in a row. It's been tabled every year. Mm-hmm. But I guess that's what scares me more than the kickoff. I don't really care with this because I never look at the gunners and go, I never thought about it. They're 5 yards. I don't care. It doesn't mean anything. You're bringing back an element of the game, so I will sacrifice a little of the gimmickiness. Because kickoffs have been irrelevant forever. And this is what I told you about the NFLPA. They may let some things slide. They may roll over and die on some things. They ain't going to roll over and die on this. This is too many guys' jobs. This is too many guys' paychecks. They're not going to be able to look at their constituency and just say, nah, you know what? Kickoff, it's dead. And we let it die more and more and more and more and more.
I don't have a problem with this. I've always thought the kickoff was it was a little useless in the first place. Granted, we have had some great moments.
It was not useless in the first place. It's been useless the last handful of years, and we just fixed that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Devin Hester.
To me, it was always a boring play unless you had Devin Hester.
Or Dante Hall. Hell, my team had 3 of them. We had Leon Washington, Brad Smith, and his name went right out of my head. I can see his face.
Look, I grew up with a team that never did this. So I think it was Donnie Abraham was the name of the guy that returned our first.
Michael Spurlock.
Michael Spurlock, was that the guy that first did it?
Donnie Abraham did not return kicks. He was a corner that you cast upon us, and he came to New York and cashed our checks and died.
I don't care who it was. That's how important the kickoff return is to me. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers did not have a guy return a kickoff for a touchdown in the first 40 years of their existence. So it really didn't matter to me in the first place.
And I think that makes you a little cynical to it.
Of course it does, because it's a useless play.
It's not a useless play. It was to your team.
Yes.
It's not to the 31 others. Mm-hmm. We have a guy going in the Hall of Fame that couldn't do anything outside of return kick.
Sure.
That tells you it's not useless. We now have as many punters in the Hall of Fame as we have kick returners. Mm-hmm. It wasn't useless, and it never was. And this is, to me, a huge element of the game because it adds another layer of strategy. It also could be beneficial to the defense because I don't know how good you are at math, but the defenders are 40 yards away from where guys are going to be returning kicks. Mm-hmm. You should be able to get home pretty quick.
Yep.
You should be able to get home pretty quick. And yes, they get a step because you can't move until they touch it. I get it. Ben Whitley, he agreed with me. If the kickoffs aren't that important, then why consider someone for the Hall of Fame that mainly only did that? I don't know where my bell is actively because there's a very large salad sitting beside me right now. But if I had that bell, I would have given you that bell. Mm-hmm. So Ben Whitley, ding. And yeah, I had to say it all gruff and grizzly like that.
Yeah, yeah. It adds a little excitement to the kickoff play here. You had to do what you had to do to cut down on the full speed ahead tackles. So I feel like you've got the perfect scenario here.
Well, look, the kickoff had become like arguing politics. It was just an absolute given how it was going to end. Nobody's changing their mind about squat. You're going to be mad at each other. Mm-hmm. The kickoff was, we're going to line up for this play that takes a minute to set up. We're going to have commercial breaks on both sides, and we're going to get a kick going through the back of the end zone. Riveting. And now let's listen to another commercial about Pizza Hut.
Precisely. So the way that the rules were before, why even have it? This at this point goes, okay, well, because now it's a benefit to me. Before it was not really a benefit to me to kick it to you. Now it is. Now they've incentivized me kicking it to you.
Well, and now that's the part where I've given the NFL credit for, yes, this is good and things are working. Now I'm going to take a little of that credit away because you do understand why we got here, right? Because some teams had figured that out. They had figured out that I can airmail this, land it on the 1 yard line, and you will return it. Not every team did it, but a lot of teams did. Houston Texans, I'm looking specifically at you. Mm-hmm. Damian Pierce was back there going, full team gets mine. And I noticed this late in the season. Teams were going, okay, we'll give it to you right at the goal line. What you going to do about it? And, yeah, he ripped one off. He also got stopped at about the 17-yard line 7 or 8 times that I saw. Mm-hmm. So it was – they kind of forced their hand. Of we're going to figure out that this is a strategic advantage if we have a guy that can kick one high, get the gunners down there, and the kick returner can't resist. He looks down and doesn't see paint and goes, I've been trying to do this my whole life. Take off. And I do think that played a role in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Lots of gnashing of teeth and hand-wringing going on about the new kickoff rules. Would you rather have it stayed the same?
No.
Would you rather have it stayed the way that it was, where we basically just took it out of the game?
I have genuinely no qualm with this.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
it's a little gimmicky, and John Carmen has a good point in our YouTube chat. People don't like change.
No.
That is very true. That's very true. Of that people just want to continue these things. But it did get me thinking, if there was a rule change what is a rule change you would actually like to see?
Oh.
Well, that's feasible. I mean, take away you can't boop a quarterback. Well, they make money on quarterbacks.
It's funny you say that because that's actually one of the rule changes that they did pass that I'm all in favor of. You can now review those quarterback penalties. you can now review the roughing the passer penalties.
And
now, you can't challenge it as a coach, but they can at least review it. And we're making progress.
And that was my fear. That's always been my fear with reviewing things. No, this is really simple. You have a billion people that work in the league office. We met, 40 of them in Indianapolis? Get somebody with a television to watch this and go, hey, you got that wrong.
Yep.
Fix it. Ball belongs at the 37-yard line. There's 13:42 on the clock. Let's go.
Patrick Holt asks, are they still doing fair catches on kickoffs? No, they are not.
Not inside the field of play. Now, if you're in the end zone, then yes. I mean, a fair catch and a kneel are the same thing.
Yeah, but you can't fair catch it at the
5. That was a rule that I hated.
Yes.
That's dumb.
Yes, they took that away.
GG Gambling said his rule change would be that holding is holding. Okay, I agree with you. I would love for that to be a thing, but I would answer your idea with a question. They can't call holding as it is. You want to define it more strictly?
No.
They can't figure out what it is right now. And we have this point of emphasis every year. They can't figure it out now. How many just complete phantom holds did you say over the course of the year? You just look at something and go, oh, I don't know what you saw right
And
there.
how many clear holds have you seen that they never called?
Oh, that's my favorite phrase. Mm-hmm. How is that not a hold?
Exactly.
I always love when that happens right beside the quarterback and it's directly in the sight line of the official. And my wife has heard me say this, I don't know, 500,000 times. If you can't see that, what are you actually looking at? You're staring at the quarterback. That's your job. It's in between you and the quarterback. You had to just go full Bird Box to go, I don't want to see it.
It's maddeningly inconsistent. It always has been. It's the human element of the game.
Oh, Hubert Queen has a
I
good
don't
one.
want more of this, and I don't want holds being called from the box and all of that, because if you called a hold every time there is a hold, we'd never get any.
Egregious. That's frankly, I would be okay if officials on the field didn't call the hold anymore. Give that to the sky judge. Hold that affects the play. This is really not that hard. Well, the right tackle, 17 yards away from the quarterback. Technically, his hands were on the outside. It had not a squirt to do with this play. The left tackle holds the pass rusher that has him completely just demolished, and he falls at the feet of the quarterback. That affected the play.
Yep.
Holding is really not that hard. And you could totally have a guy upstairs that's going, yeah, that had a roll.
But they won't. But they won't, because that undermines the way we've done it.
Undermine the officials. Nobody cares. Hubert Queen, take away the face mask and go back to playing football.
Oh, dear God.
Now, I'm glad he said that, because I'm curious how long it takes before we have a man's football league where they wear like leather helmets and run into each other at full speed for undrafted guys.
We tried that before. It was called the XFL, and it didn't work. It didn't last very long.
I've always said the XFL would have worked if it wasn't so poorly managed.
Yeah.
You also had Jesse Ventura doing commentary. Tank and I were talking back and forth as Jesse Ventura earlier.
It was a great time. You have to have the face mask. I don't even know what that. I don't even know where your brain's going, where you think, we just need to get rid of the face mask.
Yeah,
that's the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard.
The face mask is a bad idea.
Oh, you want to grab my face mask and twist my helmet around? Nope, that's how men play this game.
Well, you couldn't spin the helmet around because there's no face mask. I'm more worried about I'm going to run into you at full speed and I'm going to mush your face, because I'm looking at people like Tank going, you have a very mushable face. Would not go well for you.
So he's saying get rid of the apparatus.
Yes.
I thought he was saying get rid of the penalty. You definitely can't get rid of the apparatus.
Oh,
you can't take the cage off the helmet.
That might be what he was trying to say there.
I believe that's what he was saying.
That might have been what I didn't read that way. I thought he was talking about go back to the Paul Hornick days.
He wants to actually take the face mask out of the game. Just
the face mask penalty,
Yeah.
not the face mask. Okay, exactly. I read that far too liberally.
Yes.
My bad.
Yes. No, I'm gonna go. That's a bad idea. We need that. Patrick Holt says taunting should not be a penalty.
Agreed. I want to go full NFL blitz. If I get 20 yards behind the defense and I want to dance backwards and do my little jig, stop me. You don't like it? You should play better. I'm all aboard that one. What was that movie with Jamie Foxx and
Any Given Sunday?
Any Given Sunday. Let's do that. Just full on. I mean, not the crimes. Okay, we don't want people doing cocaine on the sideline or anything like that.
I'll give you that, but we got to put a clock on it. You get a clock on your celebration.
William,
there's a 5-second celebration clock.
No.
Yes.
15 second.
15's too long.
Look, if we can listen to 15-second infomercials from Travis Kelce about how great the vaccine was, I'd get 15 seconds to dance. Okay?
You're in the Sportsocracy.
My
This
old
is ESPN Asheville.
My own government forced me into Cuba.
92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Sportsocracy, heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. We'll be right back.
Next Step Recovery in Asheville provides safe and structured homes and a full clinical outpatient program for men struggling with drugs and alcohol. Currently in network with Blue Cross Blue Shield and Aetna. Healing from addiction is a journey. NextStepRecovery.com.
Asheville Smiles has been featured in national publications like Good Housekeeping and Woman's Day. And check out this 5-star Google review. My dental experience was wonderful. I cannot say enough about Dr. Merrill and her amazing team at Asheville Smiles Cosmetic and Family Dentistry. Dr. Merrill took time to explain everything. She made me feel relaxed and confident that I was in good hands. I apologize for those tears at your office. Those were tears of joy. Thank you all so much, and thank you, Dr. Merrill, for the hope to get my smile back. Check out Asheville Smiles online at AshevilleSmiles.com.
Embark on a journey through the most absurd moments of the human story with Ridiculous History, the podcast that explores the bizarre corners of human existence, like the evolution of the toilet, the story of Comic Sans, or the exploits of the notorious Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr is like, one day my life is going to be part of a musical.
However, though, he probably didn't necessarily at this point think that he was going to be the villain.
Listen to Ridiculous History on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, baseball fans, did you know that Fubo has the most MLB games you can get without cable? That's right. Only Fubo has the broadcast networks and regional networks you need to watch your home team all year long. Out of market? Don't worry. Fubo has MLB TV too. Watch on all your devices, at home and on the go. Baseball season is finally here. Get Fubo today. Start streaming FuboTV.com. That's FuboTV.com.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up spills quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less than the leading ordinary brand. So you can get back to your night. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Freeform Radio. A unique blend of Americana, classic alternative, and roots rock. Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Freeform Radio, and listen now, commercial-free. Free never sounded so good.
Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics have teamed up under new ownership by an Asheville native to better serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics can customize whatever you, your team, business, or local group may need through high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving right here in Asheville. Free personal delivery within Buncombe County and a reduced delivery fee anywhere in Western North Carolina. Visit ShowtimeSportsAVL.com and MountainGraphicsAVL.com. Your one-stop custom apparel shops.
Welcome to the Ingalls Table, a delicious destination with recipes galore. Need to whip up a dessert, entree, side dish? No problem. The experts from the Ingalls Table take you through it step by step with expert tips and advice along the way. Find the Ingalls Table at ingalls-markets.com or swing by the store and pick up your free copy of the Ingalls Table magazine. And let's get cooking. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
The Sportsocracy.
Ice up, son. Ice up.
You're back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Rule changes coming to the NFL. They've changed the kickoff rule. It's going to look like the XFL kickoffs now. But it brings actual returns back to the game, which is a good thing, and it's all we could have asked for. Some rule change that allows us to have that play once again, regardless of how useless it was to my franchise for 35 years.
Your franchise.
My franchise. I didn't say it was. I wasn't trying to say that it was completely useless to everybody. It was completely useless to me.
I was about to say, maybe you understand how we got confused there when you said it was completely useless.
I mean, it was. It was completely useless to me. I like rule changes that only favor one team. Like Stephen Tao. I'm on his side with 50-plus yard field goals need to go up to 4 points.
Anybody see the irony that a guy that pulls for the team with Justin Tucker will find that?
Bingo. 50-plus yard field goals get 4 points. If we can do it in fantasy football, then we should do it in real football.
So we're making rules that only benefit our teams. Okay. So every time somebody goes in a blue medical tent, you score 2 points. The New York Jets just became the 85 Bears. Let's go.
Oh, geez. Rob Johnson says we need to go back to the 5 and 15-yard face mask penalties. So you get 5 yards just for touching it. I agree with that. That's a good one.
And we need to make these powder puff little boop on the head of the quarterback. That's 5. All right, I'll give you 5. I'm not giving you a first down. It is ridiculous when we have these 3rd and 17s that are 3rd and unconvertible, and a quarterback just gets booped on the helmet. That's 5. I'll give you another crack at it. That's the best you're going to get.
Improving the greatest game. How do you do that?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have as easy of a fix as all the other sports do.
Mm-hmm. Which is just stop playing them.
Well, that would be baseballs. Just don't do it.
Uh-huh.
Or stop offering betting lines, because it does appear that your great hitters really like to bet.
Was there another one?
Pete Rose and Shohei Ohtani.
You're not buying the Shohei story? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if you all right, I mean, I hate to go full interrogator here. I don't know which story I'm supposed to buy because you've told me like 9 of them. Pick a lane and stick with it, okay?
Now, they only said they only had one story.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
The rest of it came from the other guy.
I have $40 gajillion, and my interpreter has a check that he could write. I think everything stupid that happens today, I'm going to try to explain it as Jesse Ventura. He had checks he could write out of my checking account. Next thing I knew, I was in Panama.
Look, I'm a superstar baseball player. I don't need to touch that money.
I
don't need control over my own money.
I let the guy that tells me what everyone says to me and then says what I said have access to my checking account. Do you see how stupid that sounds when I say it that way?
Yes.
Shohei's just sitting here like, what'd he say? He said he's giving you a bonus. He just needs $1 million check first. Gimme.
Did you see the Jonte Porter story?
Yeah.
Jonte Porter is they're investigating now because he went out of 2 games, one in January and one in March.
Yeah, where the
under was the biggest loss that the sports books took. Were on the props. The under on the props for him those nights. Somebody knew something.
Oh, no doubt. It was somebody through Jonte Porter. I promise you. He went, I'm going to have a boo-boo tonight.
I'm only going to play 3 minutes, so why don't you just go ahead and load up on those unders?
Listen here, Mr. Nefarious Gambler. Let me tell you something about me that you may not know. I'm going to get a raging case of the scoots in about 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, and maybe you should take the under on everything.
What raised alarm bells was that apparently there were some that were trying to put 10 to 20 grand on these, and Well, many books don't take prop bets that big.
No, most books don't.
So when they go, oh, you want 20,000 on the under for some scrub? Why would you be? Oh, that's why.
Because he told you that. See, here's the thing. I ate the fish at the hotel last night, and my stomach is going to rumble at about 7:32.
Right. I feel like there's a ban coming here.
Oh, no doubt.
Jonte Porter will not be allowed to play for much longer.
By the way,
they might even kick Michael Porter out. Just for that.
He's the good one. No, we've learned this with brothers. All right,
there's a good one and a bad one.
George W. Jeb. One of them banished. The other, wear wings, take dream.
That's what, 2? Is that 3 impressions you've now gotten?
Oh, I mean, my goal was, and none of them have been ones that I actually even do well. They've just all been terrible. So I'm just going to do terrible impressions all day. By the way, I want you to remember this Jonte Porter thing. Mm-hmm. The next time somebody tells me, it's fixed, the bettors know. Okay. Raise your hand if you knew who Jonte Porter was before this story came out. I'll wait. Now, for the 4 of you with your hand raised in your car, did you know he was still in the league? And did you know he played for the Toronto Raptors? Put your damn hand down, because no, you didn't.
No, you did not.
No, you did not.
I thought he was playing for the 901 Raptors or whatever the hell they're called.
Oh, I thought he was playing on Beverly Hills 90210.
Rock and jock rules for football. I like this, Patrick Holt. You can move the goalpost for kickoff for field goals.
Only if
so the goalpost can move back an extra 10 yards, and you get an extra point. You get an extra 2 points.
Only if the commentators are Bill Bellamy and Dan Cortez.
Ian, I'll take it.
I would totally do Rock and Jock. Rock and Jock was awesome.
It was awesome, and I don't know why they don't do that for the NBA All-Star game. Because if they did, I would watch
10-point basket. That's
yes.
That's a brilliant idea. Call the alien.
I would even put in like a little, like slam ball. Put in a little trampoline so you could dunk it on the 15-foot goal.
He doesn't actually. First of all, he doesn't understand what's wrong with that. You got land. Landing can be a little problematic. No trampolines. We're trying to give an idea here that the bug will listen to.
Nobody's going to listen to this.
I don't know. After this last All-Star game, they might.
Nah, I don't think so. We've been calling for this for a long time, and it's never happened. So I don't feel like it's ever going to happen. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. When we come back, it'll be time to get just a bit outside.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
Again, east, and it may be just a few miles to our east where we'll have showers and even some thunder showers this afternoon. Some partial sun here locally. 68 should do it. Tonight, breezy, cloudy, 40, again keeping the rain east. Tomorrow, sunshine. Temperatures in the upper 50s. There might be some clouds, especially east, a gusty breeze, and keeping the rain east. Friday, sunshine and breezy and a high of 65. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajic.
This report sponsored by Renewal by Anderson.
Renewal by Anderson's here.
Spring is right around the corner, and Renewal by Anderson of the Carolinas is here to help get your home ready. During the month of March, take $347 off windows, $939 off doors, plus an additional 5% off your entire project. Go to freewindowsassessment.com.
If you're in crisis, call 988 to get immediate assistance.
Recovery is within your reach. You can do it. You just have to do it.
For resources to help you in your recovery, call 211 or go to buncombecounty.org/safer. Hope and healing, closer than you think.
Hey, baseball fans, did you know that Fubo has the most MLB games you can get without cable? That's right. Only Fubo has the broadcast networks and regional networks you need to watch your home team all year long. Out of market? Don't worry. Fubo has MLB TV too. Watch on all your devices, at home and on the go. Baseball season is finally here. Get Fubo today. Start streaming FuboTV.com. That's FuboTV.com.
This is the time of year to enjoy life. Stop letting that pain in your joints keep you from doing what you want to do this spring. Call QC Kinetics now. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. It's a fact. QC Kinetics is literally transforming lives. Their advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Pro athletes have been doing this for decades, but now this life-changing treatment is available for you, so you can walk and run and climb stairs and play golf and move again pain-free. No pain pills, no risky surgery. This is an all-natural solution. QC Kinetics has tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have reclaimed their mobility. Take action now and live your best life this spring and summer. It's a great use of your tax refund check, by the way. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. Phone 828-333-9517. 828-333-9517. That's 828-333-9517 in Asheville and in Greenville.
Feel plenty good by incorporating Silk into your morning routine. Silk's delicious plant-based beverages help bring a daily dose of goodness. They are rich in calcium and a good source of vitamins A and D to support the health of you and your family. Shop wherever you find groceries.
If cleanliness is next to godliness, look around the car right now. Is that very godly? Look, life comes at you fast, but so does WNC Auto Detailing. They have the tools to make your interior look like it's coming off the showroom floor. You don't believe me? Check them out on Instagram. All that filth and years of stains disappear. WNC Auto Detailing does full interior and exterior details with paint correction, and they do wax and ceramic coatings. Call WNC Auto Detailing at 455-3700. Premium care with a Southern hospitality touch.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. And did I mention that Clarissa Sells WNC loves teachers? We love teachers so much, we're giving back 25% of our commission at closing. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Back in the Sportsocracy, this is ESPN Asheville, and I know we got some NASCAR fans that listen to the show. And interesting story has come out of North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. The North Wilkesboro Speedway was, redone this past year. They had the All-Star race there. Well, they're continuing to do renovations because in the latest spruce up, they didn't get to any of the foundation work. So they're doing the foundation work. They're laying a new foundation for the grandstands at North Wilkesboro Speedway, and it appears that we may have confirmed an old legend about the Speedway. That underneath the grandstands, they found a sinkhole. And once they investigated a little further, it's not just a sinkhole, it's a 700-square-foot den or cave where that would add credence to the rumors and the legends that there once was a liquor still underneath the stadium. So they don't know just yet how they would have gotten in and out of said cave, because they haven't found an exit under the bleachers. But, that is where NASCAR came from, right? NASCAR was all the moonshiners, Junior Johnson and the whole bunch, running illegal liquor from the cops. And they said, you know what, let's take this to a track. Do it this way. They said they have not found a still just yet. But God knows what they're going to find as they continue to do the renovation at North Wilkesboro.
My story is about Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
She has an offer on the table. And no, it is not from Soda Pop or Soda Stream, or whatever it is that it keeps giving people nefarious offers.
It's a Soda Pop.
It's something... Stream soda or something like it's got soda in it because I hate that word. There are a lot of words I really don't like. Soda's one of them, and I don't know why. Don't ask.
Oh, this is like an actual company you're thinking of. I thought you were talking about the website that keeps offering people money to come join. Like
Bill Belichick. What I was talking about.
It has soda in the name of it?
Cam soda. That's what it's called.
Soda. Okay.
Well, she told TMZ that she has an offer on the table from the Big 3. You remember the Big 3? That Ice Cube League where they play 3-on-3 basketball? All right, I want to play a game with you. I found the bell. Kevin Vick Memorial Bell.
Yeah.
No, he's not dead.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to go as soon as you get to within $10,000. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. First, what is the highest salary in the WNBA?
$2.3 million.
Lower.
1.
Lower.
There's not one that makes over $1 million?
Not even close.
Really?
No.
I thought there was one. I thought Rodman's daughter got $1 million.
It
might have been over a few years.
You might have some endorsement deal. I don't know.
Yeah.
Salary. Straight salary.
All right, then I'm going to go 600.
Lower.
400.
Lower.
212 million. Or thousand, excuse me, not million.
Close enough. $241,984.
Okay.
How much did Ice Cube offer her per game in the Big 3? Same rule. As soon as you get within $10,000.
$60,000.
Higher.
$120,000.
Higher.
$175,000.
Higher.
$300 and
higher.
$420 million or thousand.
Higher.
God Lord. $500,000 a game?
500,000.
How did they even have that much money?
I don't know. It came out of Ice Cube's bank account. It's the only thing I could figure.
Right. He made that much money off of that Straight Outta Compton movie.
The Big 3 has offered Caitlin Clark a deal for $5 million to play 10 games. She told this, TMZ reported it. She later confirmed it to Fox Digital.
That's hilarious.
I mean, you have to do that.
Yes,
right?
you have to do that.
You have to do that. And trust me, I fully understand why he did it.
If she doesn't, she's an idiot.
I fully understand why the Big 3 would offer that deal. Because right now, she is the most popular player in college basketball. It's not even close. By the way, can anybody explain to me why she's not coming back to Iowa? Anybody wrap their brain around that? Because I can't.
Nope.
There is no doubt in my mind you make more money at Iowa than you ever will in the WNBA.
Yes. I don't see how your endorsement deals are going to get better.
No.
When you go to a league that nobody watches.
No, because the numbers for Iowa basketball just dwarf.
Of course they
anything that happens in the WNBA and way better placements.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why she's not coming back to school.
That's just, it's hard for me to really understand.
I mean, unless she wants to keep getting $5 million, well, a $5 million offer. I don't buy that at all. I don't feel like the Big 3 has that money.
You'd be shocked.
I guess.
They have a lot of names. I mean, the TV deal, I guess, is reasonably good. Coming from Fox Sports.
Mm-hmm. I got. You said they have a bunch of names. I have to look this up.
They have a bunch of guys that used to be names. I mean, it's not like it's all a bunch of dudes that have either retired
Joe
or
Johnson
washed out of the league.
Still playing in this league?
I don't know that one. I know he was for quite some time.
Mm-hmm. It baffles me. Reggie Theus, Rashard Lewis. Oh, Reggie Theus is the coach.
I was
like,
say,
he's got to be 60.
He's older than that. Reggie Theus was in his 40s when I was in diapers.
You got Mario Chalmers, Brandon Rush, and Michael Beasley. I guess this is the Kansas team.
Sure. Well, that Michael Beasley played at Kansas State.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's the old Kansas team. We get 2 guys from Kansas, 1 from Kansas State. Leandro Barbosa.
There's a name that I didn't think was going to make an appearance today.
Gerald Green, Corey Brewer, Nick Young, and that old Swaggy P. Let's go. Jordan Crawford.
They got to be paying Swaggy
I don't even
P.
know a name on this list. The Ghost Ballers is the name of the team. They are coached by George Gervin, so I know him. The captain is Mike Taylor. Co-captains are Chris Johnson and Jonathan Simmons. Is that big dude from Florida State that got hurt 10 seconds in the NBA?
That would be Jonathan Isaac.
Okay. Then I don't know who Jonathan Simmons is. Darnell Jackson and Charles Garcia come off the bench. I've never heard of any of those guys.
I don't know that I've heard of those guys, and I did the NBA draft for a lot of years.
Wow. Glenn Rice is on a team with Coutinho Mobley.
No, Glenn Rice Jr.
Okay. They didn't put a
Glenn
junior
60.
on it. I was like, good night. Yeah, I don't get this at all.
William
How do you
Workman.
have $5 million?
Like I said, it came out of Ice Cube's personal bank.
And Joe Johnson is on a team still.
William Workman said if you had Swaggy P on your bingo card for today, you lied.
You did lie. There's no way you thought he was coming. His name was getting pulled up here.
Stephen Dow said, yeah, but those guys are out there playing, and we're all here talking about them. That's not the flex you think it is. I mean, if you were the ninth guy off the bench for the Celtics, okay. Like, you're playing in the league, you're playing in front of tens and tens of people playing half-court basketball. Bro, if you think I couldn't still play half-court, I got a bridge to sell you. I can still fire up a three with the best of them. The problem is that I can't run, and neither can the vast majority of these dudes.
I mean, you're right. These guys are out here still playing, and they're still out on the road, and they're still cashing checks. But why? But I don't imagine you're getting a whole lot of pub. Obviously, since we don't know half of you are, and I'm pretty sure Quincy Miller has nothing else to do.
He was a three-point shooter. I remember him. I mean, here's the thing. There is somebody somewhere out there that is on the road, making money, living their dream in a Huey Lewis cover band. I'll take my life over that 100 times out of 100.
By the way, found out last night, Thomas is in a band. Thomas is in a 90s cover band. He plays the drums, and we're all going to go see him.
Hold on. You said 90s cover band. There is a great band from the 90s that... Do they?
I don't know. I haven't asked the question yet, but I feel pretty certain that we're going to have to make them learn a Creed song.
Okay.
So that when we show up to their show on April 19th or whenever it is, we'll be posting it, so you all can go with us.
All right, so for those of you that don't know, when we're out on the road, Thomas is the guy that is pushing all the buttons here. That he really makes our on-the-road shows function.
Yes.
He works here at iHeart with us. I just, how much would it cost me, out of my own wallet, to get this band to learn a specific Creed song? Allow me to sing it.
I don't know. You might have to. You might have to give them some cash.
I'm okay.
You got to pay them at least 10% of what they make every night. So $12. I don't know.
At Sports Tank ESPN.
I don't know what the going rate for a cover band is.
It's way higher than that. As somebody that paid them, trust me, it's way higher than that. You can get one dude with a guitar for about $200.
Okay.
Without an amp or anything.
Well,
just
see,
acoustic.
I wasn't that far off. If you get, you get a up and comer cover band for $200 and they got to split it 5 ways, I wasn't that far off.
Jackass said, if they do allow me to sing, now here's the question: which Creed song would it be?
Oh, Mine in Prison.
Oh, yeah. I cry out to God. Oh, yeah, 100%. That's the right call. I thought you were going to say higher, which is that is too high for me.
You're right. No, you got to keep the lower one. No appeal on the docket today.
Just my old sin.
You're in the Sportsocracy. That's enough of that. ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. We'll let you all know when Thomas's band play, because they're playing somewhere tonight up in Weaverville, but I don't know I don't remember the name of the place.
Bruh.
We'll find it out during the break, and I'll let you guys know.
I live not that far from Weaverville.
Oh, I know. So I will go up and I'll ask him, and we'll let you know when we come back from the top of the hour where Thomas and his band are playing tonight up in Weaverville. But it is a Wednesday night, and you know me. I'm not staying up on
I totally will. I totally will.
But he has assured me that in April there will be weekend shows that we can go to.
Let's go.
Yes.
First of all, music has been awful outside of Luke Combs and Chris Stapleton since the 90s. So, I mean, you had me at 90s. You know what we didn't have in the 90s? Cardi B.
Which I feel like we won on that one.
Or Ice Spice. Who the hell is that?
Although we did have Right Said Fred, so I'm not sure that's too much different.
Okay. Let me.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I hurt his feelings.
No, I'm not about to defend Right Said Fred here.
Thank you.
I'm actually going to lambaste modern music. If Right Said Fred was still in existence today, sorry, I tripped on that because I wanted to call him Drop Dead Fred, which was a good movie from the 80s.
Not bad.
Look at that. I do learn books sometimes. There is no doubt in my mind he would be a top 10 most talented singer on radio right now. Because now you've got like Ice Spice, which I didn't know who that person was until the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I still have absolutely no clue of any music that has ever emanated from them. But I think I've seen that face 543 times.
Yes.
Not a fan. Just good. I don't know why you're famous, but you shouldn't be, along with a lot of other people that are awful.
Yeah. Never mind. I was going to say something really mean, and I'm not going to. Back away from that. Rob Johnson says Torn is a Creed banger.
Oh, it is a banger. No doubt.
I don't know that
That's
I
a
remember
banger.
that song.
I'll play it for you in the break.
Yeah,
it is no doubt.
I'm sure
banger.
you've got it on speed dial.
I don't have it on speed dial, but
Gambit fan makes a good point too. The 90s had the Spice Girls, and that was rough.
Just imagine growing up into adulthood in the era of the Spice Girls. We really had the world by the tail. We were going to mock the mock here, but we went down a rabbit hole
went too far.
Of big threes.
Yeah.
And I need at least 15 minutes to make fun of Mike Tannenbaum.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure he came to work one day and went, I'm going to smoke crimes. And Joshua Brooks, no, I'm not saying Morgan Wallen isn't good. I knew there was a third one, and I couldn't think of who it was, and I thank you for saying that.
We will be mocking the mock after the top of the hour. We also got to get into Dak Prescott playing on a lame duck contract with the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, I'm gonna yell about Jerry. There's no doubt about it.
You are in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400.
Doug Gottlieb here. March is here. That means Chick Days, planting your garden, and college basketball. Just like in basketball, every team needs its MVP. When it comes to team members who go above and beyond, Tractor Supply has the winning lineup. Our home team at Tractor Supply is excited to support your hometown. We're proud to be part of the excitement of college basketball tournament season, and our home team looks forward to serving your hometown. Because every day is game day at Tractor Supply.
People are talking about Summit Dental in Asheville. Just check out their Google reviews. One patient writes, I'll start by saying I really hate going to the dentist. My anxiety is always through the roof, and I'm always so nervous. However, Summit Dental may be the first place that my anxiety is actually not going through the roof. The staff that works at Summit are an incredible team. They're kind, knowledgeable, and funny. I left feeling confident that we have a plan to help restore my teeth and get me on track to a better smile. Find out more about Summit Dental at AshevilleSummitDental.com or call 828-277-6868.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 10 million people without destroying your credit. They can reduce your interest rates, lower your total payments up to 50% to get you out of debt fast. For a free consultation, call Consolidated Credit now. The program works.
Call 800-988-0848. 800-988-0848. 800-988-0848.
Consolidated Credit Solutions Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Kansas CSO 0019051. Maryland DM 1492. Oregon DM 892. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, license number DC83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action. Actual interest rates, length of program, and monthly payment reductions will vary by consumer and creditor. Yours could be higher or lower. Not a loan company. We do not lend money.
Celebrate and save at Ashley's Anniversary Sale. With Hot Buys, your choice of colors starting at just $3.99. Ashley Sleep mattresses starting at $2.50. Plus, receive a free adjustable base with select mattress purchases. And shop top mattress brands like Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, Purple, and Beautyrest Black with 60-month special financing. Only at Ashley. Subject to credit approval. No minimum purchase required. Minimum monthly payment, down payment, tax, and delivery may be required. See store for details.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. Download our free app on Google Play or the App Store. Type in Asheville Home Search. You'll be able to connect with our team and see all the available homes for sale in our area. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
We're back counting down to kickoff. Let's look at today's 3 keys to premium pre-gaming with Beast Unleashed, presented by Monster Brewing. Number 1, beat the heat.
Unleash the beast with bold, familiar flavors, 0 caffeine, and 0 sugar.
Number 2, running the option.
There's 4 to choose from: White Haze, Peach Perfect, Scary Berries, and my personal favorite, Mean Green.
And number 3, at 6% ABV, Max Protect.
Always drink responsibly, and you must be 21 or over.
Beast Unleashed, available at your local retailer.
Last night was proof positive of a slogan that I've used in wagering for as long as I can remember. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. We try to keep up the good luck in the NBA as we get ready for March Madness to kick back off tomorrow. I'm Jeremy Greene of thesportsocracy.com, and this is Green on Green, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Last night, Damian Lillard made me look really smart because I told you to take over his points against the Lakers. But if you dig deeper into the box score, it took double overtime to do it. And that is a great lesson about sports gambling. Sometimes you can be right about everything, and you still need just a little bit of luck. Any of you that took the over in NC State Oakland know exactly what I'm talking about. Tonight, Indiana and the Chicago Bulls, Miles Turner over 1.5 3-pointers. Turner's front court mate, Pascal Siakam, will get the smaller DeMar DeRozan, and that will keep Miles Turner out around the 3-point line. And in a game that should score some points, I look for that to be one of the best wagers of the night. For a limited time, new customers who sign up with my promo code JGBETS and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. Whether you prefer playing player props, same-game parlays, or you just want to play that gut feeling in the money line, you can do it all with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now using code JGBETS and bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code JGBETS. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only, new customers only, subject to regulatory licensing requirements. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit, wagering, and eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
Again, east, and it may be just a few miles to our east where we'll have showers and even some thunder showers this afternoon. Some partial sun here locally. 68 should do it. Tonight, breezy, cloudy, 40, again keeping the rain east. Tomorrow, sunshine. Temperatures in the upper 50s. There might be some clouds, especially east, a gusty breeze, and keeping the rain east. Friday, sunshine and breezy and a high of 65. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajic.
This report sponsored by Renewal by Anderson.
Renewal by Anderson's here.
Spring is right around the corner, and Renewal by Anderson of the Carolinas is here to help get your home ready. During the month of March, take $347 off windows, $939 off doors, plus an additional 5% off your entire project. Go to freewindowsassessment.com.
Celebrate and save at Ashley's Anniversary Sale. With Hot Buys, your choice of colors starting at just $3.99. Ashley Sleep mattresses starting at $2.50. Plus, receive a free adjustable base with select mattress purchases. And shop top mattress brands like Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, Purple, and Beautyrest Black with 60-month special financing. Only at Ashley. Subject to credit approval. No minimum purchase required. Minimum monthly payment, down payment, tax, and delivery may be required. See store for details.
Worry less about spring cleaning and call Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Mention ESPN Asheville and you'll get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned for $129 plus a free hallway. Book online at ZeroResAsheville.com.
From the Ingalls Studios, this is ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart radio station.
The Sportsocracy.
These guys are a f***ing disgrace.
The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls Studio.
We're in the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. The Sportsocracy. Heard everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. We're seen everywhere on YouTube. Sometimes you'll see faces of exasperation on YouTube. Sometimes you'll see happy faces. Sometimes you'll see, some hot dancing. But not just yet. That's only when we have breaking news. So, no breaking news here just yet. We might have some later. Anyway, Dak Prescott apparently is going to be playing on a lame duck contract this year.
Sorry, I'm still stuck on the fact that you called that hot dancing.
It's hot dancing.
Frankly, I'm stuck on the fact that you would claim anything that you did would be hot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can be jealous all you want to.
I don't think that's the right word. I mean, there is a word. I'll believe that.
I'm going to leave that right there.
I'm going to let that sit right there, and it can mellow in its own juices.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Proceed.
So, Dak Prescott, apparently he's just going to play out this year on the current contract. They can't come to an agreement on an extension. I don't know. Have they even entertained trading him?
Well, they can't trade him. He has a no-trade clause.
Oh, he has a no-trade clause. Awesome. Congratulations for doing that. Yeah. What's the problem with letting him play out on this contract?
Well, it means you're eating absolutely everything on that deal right now.
Yes. I would much rather do that and get him out of my building than anything.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
Start over.
How? You sailed this ship.
Yeah.
The minute you gave him the last deal. So now you're too good to be anywhere near a quarterback. Factor, you tell me when I say something here.
Yeah. A top prospect, yes.
I'll say anything above a lottery ticket.
Agreed.
Your roster is atrophying this year in large part because you didn't extend Dak.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to get better? I'm not sitting here.
We're not.
Well, this is a short-term team.
Yep. And we got one
You
year.
have an 84.
This is it. This is the last ride. You don't get it done this year.
Yeah,
we're tearing it down.
You're seeing this far different than I am.
Okay. Explain it to me. Your side of this.
Jerry Jones will not tear this team down in his lifetime. He's 81 years old, and he looks 181 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to win one more Super Bowl. That's really, from outward appearances, that's the only thing that matters in his life. Because I got to win one more Super Bowl before my time on this earth has expired.
Mm-hmm.
There is no path, as you currently sit, that you're going to do that.
No.
Now, I don't think you were going to do it with Dak Prescott. My caveat would be, all right, so you're going to ride out this lame duck year, which, by the way, we haven't really seen a quarterback do this outside of Kirk Cousins in 10 years that I can remember that was to this level. I don't understand the benefit to it. Well, I can get out from underneath the contract and do what? Play Trey Lance? Is that your claim to fame here?
Traded for him for a reason, right?
You gave up nothing. It was a low risk flyer at best.
No, you are going to do whatever. Who's going to be available next year? Will there be anybody on the free agency market next year?
Dak Prescott.
Other than the guy that we're obviously not interested in continuing to run this team.
There was actually I saw a list about this earlier, and there were a couple names.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody that's better than Dak Prescott.
I don't know that it's about being, quote-unquote, better than Dak Prescott. Is Brock Purdy better than Dak Prescott?
No.
Right.
He's better in that offense, but you don't have that kind of culture, and you're not going to.
Oh,
not
I get
anytime soon.
I get it. But how long are we going to ride this train? How long am I going to bang my head against this wall?
Okay, here's your list of potential free agent quarterbacks. Dak Prescott, Tua Tagovailoa, who I'm not – have we ever seen those two in the same room? I'm not sure that's not the same person. Jordan Love, Jared Goff. Which one of those do you think is better than Dak Prescott?
None of them.
Which one of those do you think is going to be cheaper than Dak Prescott?
Well, Goff will be.
You're smoking crimes.
Really?
Yes. I'm talking about what he is right now. He's $55 million right now. Jared Goff will get that level of deal.
$55 million a year?
It's the market on quarterbacks now. Jordan Love is going to get a deal that will dumbfound you. I heard a number this past weekend that literally made my jaw drop. On Jordan Love that we've seen for, what, a year? And he was god-awful for half of it. Figured out in the second half of the year. How am I supposed to trust that? And you're talking about $300 million. The problem with the Cowboys is, has, and will be 2 words. Jerry Jones. Because make this make sense to me. All right, walk me through what your plan is here. And I'm not going to go full sales guy and say, I need a 1, 2, 3, 5-year plan. What's your immediate plan here?
Win. Win now.
That's not really what a plan is.
Or it's the end of the ride. That's the plan. The plan is we win it this year or Dak is gone, Mike McCarthy is gone, and we reset the decks.
Then you're going to reset the decks with an 82-year-old owner that has never done that. In the last 25 years, he has not done it one time.
Never. He's
where
never
they
moved on from a quarterback. He's never moved on from a head coach.
Is that what I said? Listen to what I said, not what you wanted to hear me say.
Okay.
Name me the last time that you saw the Dallas Cowboys tear it down to the studs. They haven't done it, and that's the problem. That's my whole point here. If I actually thought you would do that, then maybe I wouldn't have that big a problem with this. You're going into this because you're trying to motivate Dak Prescott. This is a make-or-break year. This is not motivating to Dak Prescott, and I can explain that in one very simple sentence. If you don't pay him, someone will. He doesn't care. Jerry Jones runs this team like it's 1994. There's a reason you haven't won since 1994. If I thought he would just to the studs, because that's what needs to happen. You've kicked this can down the road with expensive contracts that you've restructured and reworked and done all those things. Yeah. I never said he hadn't moved on from a quarterback. He's moved on from 20 of them. That's the point. There's no continuity in this franchise whatsoever. And the result is always the same. It doesn't matter what the names are. That's not what I asked you. What I asked you is, a year from now, what do you do? Everybody's trying to win. That's not a plan. When Dak Prescott hits the free agent market next year, where do I go now? Where do I go now? I got CeeDee Lamb in his prime. I got Micah Parsons in his prime, 2 of the best players you've had in the last 20 years. Am I going to try to sell them on Trey Lance? That's kind of a hard sell to me.
Yeah.
You're not going to have the money to sell them on any of the other guys I just said. Because Tua's going to get a stupid deal. Tua will get a stupid deal. Jordan Love will get a stupid deal. Jared Goff, I would say Detroit is smart enough to go, yeah, we're not going to let you hit the market because that's when things get really stupid because you bring in multiple bidders.
Mm-hmm.
The Dallas Cowboys right now have $100 million in cap space for next year.
Okay.
Here's what that doesn't include. It includes absolutely zero on half the roster. I'll say half of the players that you can actually discernibly say are high-level Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, Brandon Cooks, Trey Lance, who we just mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Micah Parsons is on an option year. CeeDee Lamb is not signed. You don't have $100 million. If you kick every single dollar of that down the road, you still couldn't sign a high-level quarterback. There's no plan. That's the problem. Oh, we got Dak. You also can't franchise him. So you're going to let a quarterback – no, I don't care what you think about him. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
I do not care if you think he can win a Super Bowl. I don't care if you think he's any good. You're going to let him walk out the door for nothing at 32 years old. This ain't Kirk Cousins. That's a roster. Minnesota, that's a roster that's tearing it down to the studs. They're trying to stay relevant because the NFC is so bad. They're getting ready to make a really stupid deal on a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have it on good authority, all of this J.J. McCarthy crap comes from Minnesota. They're trying to they're trying their best to make it look like there's some rambunctious market for J.J. McCarthy because they can't get into the top three. They made this deal for 23 with the assumption that they were going to be able to get in the top three and get either Drake May or Jaden Daniels. Oh, they can't.
Mm-hmm.
Can that change in 1 month? Because we're 1 month from the draft. 28 days from tomorrow.
Yep.
It could change, but it's not trending that way. And so you look at Dallas and go, they have a high-level receiver. They have a couple high-level, mid to high-level younger guys.
Mm-hmm.
You have way more than that. How many franchise tags do you get in a year?
One.
Okay, so what you're telling me is you're either going to have to let Zach Martin walk out the door. You have to let DeMarcus Lawrence walk out the door. That's the right call. Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb. You can't keep everybody.
No, there's two names that are not going anywhere. CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
They will
and the
not
way
get
you've
out the
handled
door.
this, you actually can't facilitate that. Because if Micah Parsons draws a hard line in the sand and says, I'm not going to be on a rebuilding team, okay. We can kick in your option year this year.
Mm-hmm.
What if CeeDee Lamb says the same thing? So you can franchise him next year, kick in the option on Micah Parsons, then what? You're going to have two of the 20 best players in the NFL hit the market. One of them is going to hit the market. Be the best player that's hit the free agency market in 10 years. Easy. If it's Micah Parsons, it might be the best one that's ever hit the market.
Mm-hmm.
CeeDee Lamb at least has some competition.
No way you can keep both of them.
Not if they draw a hard line in the sand. Not if you're trying to sell them on Trey Lance or the 2025 equivalent of Bo Nix. Yeah, sorry, I'm not interested in that, Jarrah. This We're America's team crap doesn't really mean anything to me because you haven't been good in my lifetime. My dad talks about how good you were. Mm-hmm. I've never seen it. I've physically never even seen you in a Super Bowl, and you're trying to sell me on America's team. Because you just think that guys are going to fall out of the sky to want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. How many free agents do we talk about? Dallas would be a great landing spot. How many of them even acknowledge Dallas? Zero. Yes, it helps you didn't have any money. Weird. Every other team in the NFL can make that work. Because it's just the landscape has changed. You have a couple pieces that make you valuable. Other than that, I could make the argument you're in the bottom 10 of franchises in the NFL. Now you're taking a quarterback that was in the MVP balloting and coming out and taking a hardline stance and, nope, not going to negotiate with him. He can hit free agency. Who do you think heard that? Oh, I don't know, every other quarterback in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know, every other agent in the NFL that went, good God, Jerry Jones can't learn. I thought Stephen Smith had control over him because things had gotten a little better. And then Jerry comes out. And that's the reason I'm not interested. This is the reason if I'm Jordan Love, I'm good. I'll stay in Green Bay.
Yeah.
This is a stable organization that'll put pieces around me, and I don't have to deal with that lunatic. Tua Tagovailoa, yeah, I got a lunatic owner, but at least he keeps his mouth shut from time to time. and the weather's nice and I play outside, I think I'll stay right where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Goff. Yeah, I got a crazy person owner or a crazy person coach and an owner that's kind of apathetic. Got a real good GM, got a real good offense in place. We're building a real good culture. Dallas has two pieces that are actually legitimately attractive. Who's the running back right now? Exactly.
Rico.
Exactly. Offensive line. Who's playing on the inside? Because Tyron Smith's gone.
Yep.
Which means Tyler Smith will go out to the left side. Who's playing on the interior? Oh, we don't have center. We only have Zach Martin, who's 34 years old. So my line sucks. I got one receiver that's even worth talking about. His deal's up after this year. Yeah, it sounds like a great plan, Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Killing it. Killing it with pickles.
So there needs to be a plan. I guess that's what you're saying. We need to have a plan. And the plan needs to be what? Just pay Dak Prescott whatever he wants?
I didn't say pay him whatever he wants.
Just let's keep doing this over and over again?
Well, I mean, the path of what I'm angry about right now is pretty simple. And it's 4 words, and they would be directed directly at Jerry Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Shut your damn mouth. Because nobody benefited from what he said. Not one soul. Because all you did was just incite Cowboy Nation of, it's that last ride. I kind of baited you into this, I'm not going to lie. I had to steer you into saying exactly what I wanted you to say, but I knew it was coming. It's our last ride. It's all on Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's not the problem. The money's a problem, but now you've waited until the money has gotten to a normal spot. If you had just attended to this a year ago, you would be in exponentially better shape. Instead, what you're going to do is allow a deal to get done for Jared Goff, which is going to be $50 million. And you know who's going to say that? Dak Prescott, who goes, I'm better than Jared Goff. I'm better than Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get more money than him. I got to get more money than Jordan Love. It's the same thing we said about Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, and Joe Burrow. Last one to sign the deal loses. And weird, ain't it funny that the team that did it was the dumbest franchise of the 3? Baltimore, really well-run franchise. Cincinnati, completely hands-off owner that's turned it to the football guys. Chargers, who have wasted every talent they've ever had. They were the last one at the table, and they were the last one. They were the one that paid the most money.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, you're in the exact same boat. Got the Miami Dolphins, Green Bay Packers, and Detroit Lions. They're setting this market for you because you have 3 quarterbacks that are in exactly the same tier as Dak Prescott, and he's the head of that snake. He won't take a dime less than those 3 get. So you're at the mercy of Miami, you're at the mercy of Detroit, you're at the mercy of Green Bay, and your 2 star players can completely leverage you off a cliff because one of them can walk for nothing. Because you can't keep franchising guys forever. Because eventually you get 2 of them at once and you only get 1 tag. And the other one just skips off into free agency and becomes, I don't know, a Philadelphia Eagle.
But that's to say you can't get a long-term deal done with either one of them. If I pick up the option on one, franchise the other one, I still got a chance to get a deal done with the one, and then I get to do the next one the next year.
And how you gonna put a quarterback in there? We gonna go with a rookie?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, I'm sure CeeDee Lamb.
We'll go get Gardner Minshew or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure CeeDee Lamb can't wait. I'm sure CeeDee Lamb cannot wait to play with Jacoby Brissett and Aiden O'Connell. I'm sure he's cutting backflips for that. Micah Parsons, same thing. Because there's another element of this. There's probably the most popular guy in your locker room, and you just came out basically saying he was the problem. That's what Jerry Jones just did.
Yep.
You want to know why you can't get a long-term deal done? Because they still have an opinion in this. So, okay, maybe we get a deal done. You're paying top of the market. I will be the highest-paid receiver. I will be the highest-paid edge rusher. And in Micah Parsons' case, I will set an NFL record for highest-paid defensive player ever.
No doubt.
I won't cut you a cent of a deal.
No. He wasn't
Especially
going to anyway. I don't think he was going to anyway. When you have a chance to be that guy, you're not turning it down.
You want to win or you want to be the highest-paid player in the league? Because Micah Parsons strikes me as a guy that wants to win, but this kind of goes to the Aaron Rodgers thing. All right, so Aaron Rodgers gave money back to the Jets, which is completely unheard of. You don't think that money was earmarked for some of his buddies? Hey, go get me Dalvin Cook. Hey, go get me Allen Lazard. Hey, go get me Mecole Hardman this offseason. Hey, go get me Mike Williams. Hey, go get me Tyron Smith. Mike could do the same thing. CeeDee Lamb would do the same thing. If I can be competitive in my prime, there's not a whole lot of difference between $28 million a year and $32 million a year, except for ego.
Mm-hmm. Didn't Aaron Donald take the most money? Didn't he get the richest contract ever when they were chasing a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay. When you have a chance to take that, you're not turning it down.
I don't know that I agree with you.
Okay.
When you have no Super Bowl rings and you're trying to keep a team together that is this top-heavy, I'm not so sure I agree with you.
Okay.
Now, is everybody going to do it? No. I also listen to Micah Parsons on a pretty regular basis because he has a podcast that is pretty good. Everything I've ever heard him say is about winning.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I've ever heard him say is about Dak Prescott's the guy that can lead us to the Super Bowl. CeeDee Lamb's my guy. I'm the best defensive player in the league. Together as a nucleus, we can win. When you take the head of that snake out, it kind of becomes hard to convince somebody that you're about winning. And then, all right, you sign CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons to top of the market deals. Now what do I have? Awesome. I've got a great wide receiver. I've got a great edge rusher, and I don't have anything else.
Yep.
It's a horrible mismanagement, and it is a perfect example of why the Dallas Cowboys have been an afterthought for basically my entire life.
Mm-hmm. Should have cut bait on Dak Prescott 5 years ago.
If you were going to do it,
yeah,
that's when you should have done it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have emboldened him, and he's the face of the franchise and has been for a long time. And he's the longest tenured Dallas Cowboy quarterback since Troy Aikman and every other stat you're getting ready to hear for, 42 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. What do you do when he comes out and throws for 4,800 yards and 30 touchdowns again? What do you do when he's at the high side of the MVP balloting? It's kind of hard to look at your fan base and go, well, we want to win, but he's the problem. No, Jerry, you're the problem. And you are probably the dumbest person when it comes to media relations and PR that I've ever seen in my life. And every time a microphone gets put in your face, you don't have to say something.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Jim was at the laundromat when he heard his ear said Maraca, senor, but his nose said, hey, freshest scent ever. Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring Gain scent beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, sir, your scent Maraca smell amazing. You could call them scent maracas, but most noses call them Gain scent beads. Try Gain scent beads, way fresher than detergent alone.
Last season, on the Choosing Sides F1 podcast, we established unequivocally that F1 is the pinnacle of motorsports.
We did, but honestly, I was left with more questions than answers, Tony.
I'm Tony Karen Brown, a tech, culture, and F1 commentator.
And I'm Michael Costa, comedian from The Daily Show.
Join us for Season 2 of Choosing Sides F1 and get all of the answers.
All of them?
All of them.
Listen to Choosing Sides F1 on the iHeartRadio app.
Or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. Download our free app on Google Play or the App Store. Type in Asheville Home Search. You'll be able to connect with our team and see all the available homes for sale in our area. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
If cleanliness is next to godliness, look around the car right now. Is that very godly? Look, life comes at you fast, but so does WBNC Auto Detailing. They have the tools to make your interior look like it's coming off the showroom floor. You don't believe me? Check them out on Instagram. All that filth and years of stains disappear. WBNC Auto Detailing does full interior and exterior details with paint correction, and they do wax and ceramic coatings. Call WBNC Auto Detailing at 455-3700. Premium care with a Southern hospitality touch.
In a developing story, we've learned that after decades of service to boys and girls everywhere, the Easter Bunny has stepped down. He has identified his replacement as a local rabbit who has been seen frequenting area Ingalls markets in recent days. He has been stocking up on Ingalls Easter candy, holiday hams, farm fresh eggs, and Easter lilies and balloons. And they also say that Easter magic indeed starts at Ingalls.
The Sportsocracy.
Let's open up the whole can of kick-ass and kill them all. Let the paramedics sort them out.
We're back at the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We've got some gambling news that we'll get to later on in the program. Charlie Baker, the head of the NCAA, is making some statements that I can't wait to hear what Flostradamus has to say about all of this. But before we get to that, we've got...
Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news?
Sexy dancing. Let's go.
I need you to never do whatever that tongue thing was ever again, because that's going to haunt my nightmares for the rest of my life.
Oh, you got to turn it down.
I was about to say, anytime
Sorry,
you
I'm
want
dancing.
to.
Dancing.
The initial report on this came from Mike Garafolo. The Denver Broncos are signing former Lions wide receiver Josh Reynolds to a 2-year, $14 million deal.
Excuse me? Wow.
Am I the only one that feels like Denver has to look around at some point and go, are we sure he's smart? Everybody told us he's smart.
Screw it. He's getting $7 million. Yeah, Dak gets 70.
Are you sure? You told me he was really smart, and now I'm looking at this receiver room. That right now, let's just for poops and giggles say that the Denver Broncos draft quarterback. Bo Nix falls in their lap. Their receivers going into the draft are Cortland Sutton, Josh Reynolds, Marvin Mims, Tim Patrick, Brandon Johnson, Philip Dorsett, Lil Jordan Humphrey. That is an expansion roster. I've seen that roster. I think that was the roster of the Houston Texans for about 3 years. Then they got smart, drafted Andre Johnson, and got good. What are you doing?
I have no idea. I don't know. I mean the salary cap went up, so we've just got to give everybody way too much damn money.
Denver Donkey said they're the great value football club. I do think.
On brand.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, their team doctor Perfect. Let's go.
Good for you.
I know stuff. I learned a book once.
Dr. Perfect.
It's just, all right, here's the one caveat I'll give you. If ownership came down and said, look, this roster is horror awful. Explode it. All right. Okay. I guess I get it, but I'm looking up and down. Is there a team worse in the NFL right now than the Denver Broncos, other than the New England Patriots, who may actually have a shot at a legit franchise quarterback? Is there another team in the NFL that you would roster for roster take the Broncos roster over?
Oh.
Like Giants or Denver Broncos, which roster are you taking?
Giants.
I would too. Wouldn't even think about it. Wouldn't think about it for a second.
Yeah.
As soon as you got to Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau, end of message.
Yep. I'll take it.
The Arizona Cardinals. Is that roster better?
Yes.
I don't think I agree with you, but I think I will agree with you the minute that they say, With the 4th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Marvin Harrison Jr. Thank you.
You don't think they have it now?
I don't. I would say the Patriots and the Cardinals have a worse roster right now.
I think Kyler Murray's better than every offensive player that the Denver Broncos have right now.
Oh, it's funny you said that because we've got to talk about Kyler Murray because, there's a former NFL GM that might have been the GM for my team, and
dear Lord,
he smoked crimes.
Yeah, Mike Tannenbaum. There's a reason he's a former GM in this league.
No doubt.
And he went kind of crazy with his mock draft today.
I'm not real sure how much we paid him for that mock draft, but I can tell you, however much it was that much minus 17 cents too much.
So coming up after the break, we'll mock the mock.
There's something else we got to talk about.
What's that?
It's here. It's time. It's happening. We're making it happen every single day on the DraftKings Sportsbook app because we are legal with sports betting in this state. And it doesn't matter if it's baseball, which starts today. I've got a low-key banger on baseball that we'll talk about later on. It may be the only time I ever do that, but we're going to do it. And now you're able to bet all your favorite sports anywhere from your phone. For a limited time, new customers who sign up with promo code WPEK and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. Whether you prefer playing player props, same-game parlays, or you just want to play that gut feeling on the Chicago White Sox, you can do it all with the DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now using code WPEK. Bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code WPEK. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only, new customers only. Maximum subject to regulatory licensing requirements. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit, wagering, and eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC.
Take a quick break. When we return, it will be time to get weird, and we'll mock the mock.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
Again, east, and it may be just a few miles to our east where we'll have showers and even some thunder showers this afternoon. Some partial sun here locally. 68 should do it. Tonight, breezy, cloudy, 40, again keeping the rain east. Tomorrow, sunshine. Temperatures in the upper 50s. There might be some clouds, especially east, a gusty breeze, and keeping the rain east. Friday, sunshine and breezy and a high of 65. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Save big during MVP's bonus days at Lowe's. Buy one select DeWalt 20V Max tool. Get one DeWalt 20V Max Power Stack Battery 2-pack free, a $179 value. Valid 3/18 through 3/29 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Celebrate and save at Ashley's Anniversary Sale. With Hot Buys, your choice of colors starting at just $3.99. Ashley Sleep mattresses starting at $2.50. Plus, receive a free adjustable base with select mattress purchases. And shop top mattress brands like Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, Purple, and Beautyrest Black with 60-month special financing. Only at Ashley. Subject to credit approval. No minimum purchase required. Minimum monthly payment, down payment, tax, and delivery may be required. See store for details.
This March, Wendy's has some amazing deals on their hamburgers made with fresh, never frozen beef.
Like a juicy Dave's single for $1 and a fresh $2 Dave's double with in-app offer.
It's such a good deal, we wrote a little ditty about it.
Get it for $1. Dave's single, order in the app. Dave's single, get it for $1. Choose wisely, choose Wendy's, official hamburger March Madness.
Limited time offer. Participating U.S. Wendy's. See offer details and redeem at Wendy's app. Account registration required. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S. and Alaska.
Hey, baseball fans, did you know that Fubo has the most MLB games you can get without cable? That's right. Only Fubo has the broadcast networks and regional networks you need to watch your home team all year long. Out of market? Don't worry. Fubo has MLB TV too. Watch on all your devices, at home and on the go. Baseball season is finally here. Get Fubo today. Start streaming FuboTV.com. That's FuboTV.com.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like Freeform Radio. Search Freeform Radio and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Welcome to the Ingalls Table, a delicious destination with recipes galore. Need to whip up a dessert, entree, side dish? No problem. The experts from the Ingalls Table take you through it step by step, with expert tips and advice along the way. Find the Ingalls Table at ingalls-markets.com or swing by the store and pick up your free copy of the Ingalls Table magazine. And let's get cooking. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
We're back counting down to kickoff. Let's look at today's 3 keys to premium pre-gaming with Beast Unleashed, presented by Monster Brewing. Number 1, beat the heat.
Unleash the beast with bold, familiar flavors, 0 caffeine, and 0 sugar.
Number 2, running the option.
There's 4 to choose from: White Haze, Peach Perfect, Scary Berries, and my personal favorite, Mean Green.
And number 3, at 6% ABV, Max Protect.
Always drink responsibly, and you must be 21 or over.
Beast Unleashed, available at your local retailer.
On the weird scale, there's Vegas, there's Florida, and there's Asheville. Let's get weird, Asheville.
We are back at the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Jeremy, there's a very special day coming up here in a little less than a month. The NFL Draft is coming up on the 27th of April.
We don't talk about the 20th day of April, no matter how much you like it.
Yes, we do. Because the 420 Cannabis Celebration.
I totally made that up. That's actually what the story's about?
Yes.
Not even hiding it anymore, are you?
No. The 420 Cannabis Celebration at Hippie Hill in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park has been canceled.
I'm distraught.
Basically, the drugs aren't hard enough. That's, I mean, I guess. I don't know. You would think this would be the one place, right? San Francisco would be the one place. When you have a place called Hippie Hill in town, why are you not doing this?
Is there any 5-word location that Jeremy would hate more than Hippie Hill in San Francisco?
No.
Joe Biden's house for dinner.
I love that this is where your mind went.
Deserted island with no booze.
Shocker of shockers in San Francisco for the annual celebration. They had to post on their website this week that they've been able to secure enough financial sponsorship to get everything required for a safe, clean, city and state compliant event, but we will be back next year. I believe that's what a lie sounds like. I can't imagine what the insurance would have to be on, hey, we're having a drug party out in the middle of the open square in San Francisco. I don't think that's a good idea. Will not be city or state sponsored. I mean, they do have that in downtown San Francisco every day anyway. Only there's probably a lot more pooping in the street.
Yeah, stop
than
pooping
there
in the
is
street.
Pooping in the park.
Don't poop in the street.
Just, I don't want to poop on the flowers. Let's go poop on that pothole over there.
You know what? I came up with one that I only would hate fractionally less than Hippie Hill in San Francisco.
Okay.
County prison while wearing lipstick. My story comes from the state of Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about 2 gents that are going on a trip, and they wanted to make sure their I's were dotted and their T's were crossed because they're headed to Big Meadow Lake. I always love when I can make Tank just sit there and nod with his lips parched like, yeah, that's the thing you did. Well, these 2 fellers whose their names are redacted, they made a call to the Stevens County Sheriff's Office in Washington, which is where Big Meadow Lake is.
Mm-hmm.
What, they're hunters. I should have included that before I asked this question. They were calling to ask if the varmint that they were hunting was in season.
Mm-hmm.
What varmint do you think they're hunting?
Beavers.
No.
Oh, I love beaver hunting.
We all did. It's called college, and it doesn't go well sometimes. You walked into that. If I get in trouble for that,
to walk you into
I'm
that.
sending you the fine if I get in trouble for that. I'm just letting you know. That is, I will give you another guess at the varmint that they were hunting.
Let's go with squirrel.
Nope. Mr. Redacted has concerns about how to stay legal while hunting the Big Meadow Lake area because our state regulations are unclear regarding Sasquatch hunts.
Oh, dear.
These two idiots actually called to ask if it was legal to hunt a mythical creature.
Oh, please do Please do the eyeball. Please do the cross.
Hey, can I go Sam Squatch hunting at your place?
You know, I went Sasquatch hunting one time out in Minnesota when I was the governor.
Turns out it was just a mountain man. That's how I wound up in Panama. Had to buy an American flag in China. Grossly overrated.
Strange that the Sasquatch was much more hairier than the beavers.
How stupid do you have to be to call and go, is it legal to hunt Sasquatch? Yeah, it's actually right after snipe hunting season. You ever been snipe hunting? Because you strike me as the kind of feller that do it 5 or 6 times.
Good night. Is it Sasquatch season?
You know who I believe fully would go Sam Squatch hunting?
Who's that?
Mike Tannenbaum.
Oh, no doubt.
He does stuff.
Yep. It's 420 every day in Mike Tannenbaum's house. Apparently, his latest mock draft is an abomination.
My eyes bleed.
Like the two yuckles who wanted to go Sasquatch hunting.
I mean,
He's
it starts
completely
okay.
out of his mind.
It starts okay.
Yeah.
Chicago goes Caleb Williams.
Sure.
Washington goes Drake May. That's not how it's going to go. But, hey, I at least understand how you got there. And Jaden Daniels goes at 3.
Mm-hmm. And then
he lost his mind.
At number 4, the Arizona Cardinals will take out of Michigan the quarterback, J.J. McCarthy.
We have at least 3 Cardinal fans that are in our YouTube chat on a daily basis, and I would love to hear your reaction. Would Monty Ossenford even make it out of that building alive if you drafted J.J. McCarthy at 4? Now, I did some background on what would it cost to get out of Kyler Murray's deal. If it was a post-June 1 deal, I mean, it only cost you $10 million in dead money for the next 4 years. So for a presidential term, you're $10 million down from the rest of the league, and you got an inferior quarterback at the expense of a star wide receiver. I don't know how you got there. I'm not saying J.J. McCarthy's not going to be the 4th pick in the draft. I'm saying if it's to the Arizona Cardinals, I will actually pee my pants on the camera live at the NFL draft. And then I'll have to get up in my freshly minted Mr. Ted DiBiase suit with a fresh pee puddle running down my leg. Because that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard somebody say out loud. So we have a roster that needs every position except quarterback. So let's take that. If Caleb Williams fell to 4, I'm not sure I would take him in Arizona at that point. I'd call every other team in the league. Boys, I don't know what's happening right now. Did you ever see draft day? Happening. Come get him.
But it's fine. It's fine because there is a destination for Kyler Murray in all of this. As further down in the mock draft, the Minnesota Vikings traded the 11th pick.
Well, I mean, you skipped one that's kind of...
Well, I mean, I wanted to put a bow on this whole Kyler Murray thing.
Okay. Sorry,
because there is a destination here, and the Minnesota Vikings give the Cardinals 11, and they get back Kyler Murray and a 3rd-round pick. Sounds like a great deal.
And at 11 they take?
And at 11 they will take Quinion Mitchell.
I would be less angry if you took Quinion Mitchell at 4. Like, just sit at 4 and take him there. I'm good. Just keep Kyler Murray. You're fine. You don't have to give up that 3rd-round pick. You can keep that. Just take Quinion Mitchell, and we got a corner, and we're fine.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I love him, even I would say that was a reach. That's better than this.
No doubt. No doubt about it. So, I mean, does that value even make sense in the trade?
In the trade?
A first-round pick, and you get Kyler Murray and a 3. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
On which side?
And especially when you think, I don't know, I don't feel like anybody's giving up a first-round pick for Kyler Murray.
Well, all right, so the difference in the picks, if you're looking at the trade value chart, you're at roughly 1,000. So basically it's like the 16th pick in the draft. That's what they would be giving up. I'm not so sure that a team wouldn't do that, especially with the money that stays with Arizona. You get $40-some-odd million. You get $40-some-odd million in bonus money that stays with Arizona.
But that's a problem that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for Arizona.
No.
Being on the hook for that much money.
Especially after they've committed to him being the quarterback.
No doubt. It's just ridiculous.
But wait, there's more. We're not done with quarterbacks.
No.
We're not done. We've had 4. We need more. Bo Nix at 12 to the Denver Broncos.
I've seen that a lot, so it doesn't surprise me.
I can't get there. I can't get there. Oh, let's play a fun game. Name the last quarterback that a Sean Payton, how do I say this? A team that Sean Payton worked for. Name the last time they took a quarterback in the first round.
Never happened.
It's never happened.
Yeah.
It's never happened.
First time for everything, though, right? Better.
I just struggle to believe that it's that one.
It's the only one left.
No, it's funny you said that because we still got one more in this here mock draft. Michael Penix Jr. at 19 to the Los Angeles Rams. Now, you're just trying to piss me off at this point, aren't you?
5 quarterbacks in the top 20.
6.
Oh, 6. Excuse me.
6 quarterbacks in the top 20.
6 in the top 20.
It's one of those times you just want to walk up to somebody and go, hey, I've always wanted to ask this question. What does it feel like to be an idiot? Like, what does that feel like?
Also makes me wonder, do they not have proofreaders at ESPN.com?
I also read this and I look back on the teams that Mike Tannenbaum built for the New York Jets and I go, how did you do that for? Because those were some of the best teams we ever had. And you had these things in your head. You woke up in the morning and went to bed at night, and in between, things like this were running through your ear holes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even the dumbest. I swear to you.
At this point, though, it just becomes like playing the game. Right? So has the tide turned that much on J.J. McCarthy that he is no doubt a top 4 pick now? Because it feels like every prognosticator on the big websites, on the big networks, all of them have bought into J.J. McCarthy's going to be the 4th to 6th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft.
My only advice, you can take it for what it's worth. Be careful. Be careful believing this narrative. I've read this book before, and I don't buy it.
Who wants you to know that?
Well, I can tell you who wants to know that. The Arizona Cardinals, the Los Angeles Chargers, the New York Giants, the Tennessee Titans, they're pretty well locked in. The Atlanta Falcons, the Chicago Bears, the New York Jets. In a draft where you have 18 first-round grades with every team in the NFL, I have not talked to a team. Anybody I know with a team. And obviously they're not going to tell me who their first-round grades are on. But higher or lower 18 first-round grades. I've yet to get lower.
Mm-hmm.
Not once. Not one team. So if I've got a pick right there in that honey hole of between 4 and 10, if a team would offer me a pick, and I'm looking specifically at Minnesota and Denver, of course I'd move down. Of course I would. Because I'm still going to get a high-level player. Is it going to be the elite receiver? Maybe not. Because this is a perfect storm. The deepest position in the draft is also the position where 3 top 10 picks also play. So I can move down, and I lose out on Malik Neighbors, who, by the way, he ran a 4.35 today.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I thought it was crazy that people kept telling me they had Malik Neighbors ahead of Marvin Harrison, and I still don't. I'll table that. And it's not that I didn't understand it. I didn't think anybody could pull the trigger on it. I'm not as sure of that as I was 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Arizona could do it, but let's say Arizona traded down. Let's say the McCarthy trade did happen. I'm about 95% sure Malik Neighbors would be the pick for the Chargers. Regardless. Marvin Harrison's there or not there, it doesn't matter. I pretty well at this point think I will nicely say there are 3 places that Marvin Harrison could end. It's either Arizona, it's the Giants, or it's the Titans. And the only way it's the Titans is if Joe Alt sits 6 to the Giants.
Right.
Because I don't think they could bypass Marvin Harrison Jr. I really don't. I think if he gets to 6, MHJ winds up in Big Apple.
I feel like passing on MHJ gets you fired. Maybe not if you do go for Malik Neighbors, but if you do anything else, and it doesn't pan out, and you passed on MHJ and you needed a wide receiver,
Neighbors doesn't necessarily get you fired, especially not with the Chargers, because that's what they need.
That's what I'm saying.
They're replacing the slot guy.
But that's the only replacement I could see for that.
I don't know. I could see a path that the Cardinals felt the same way. If they got stuck at 4, which I think is way more likely than people are making it out to be. Because you said passing on Harrison gets you fired. No, trading up to 4 to get J.J. McCarthy gets you fired. Because I just want you to think about you were not as locked into the draft until I came along.
Right.
Just think back to a prospect over the years that you felt the same way about J.J. McCarthy. Because, I have a slew of them. Jake Locker.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't trade up to get Jake Locker.
Mitch Trubisky.
You traded up to get Mitch Trubisky.
Mm-hmm.
One spot. It cost you very little, and everybody got fired.
Yep.
And I'll be honest with you, I felt better about Trubisky than I do about J.J. McCarthy. Which is saying a lot because I had a second-round grade on Trubisky.
I was going to say. Trubisky was one of those that I just kept screaming. Like, I don't understand what you're thinking. He is not a number 1 pick. He is not a number 2 pick. I've always been that. When you have that little evidence of how good somebody's going to be, there's no way I can spend this kind of draft capital on that.
Well, projecting is this is going to be kind of a weird analogy. Projecting a quarterback like this. You ever see those games that they play, and they usually play at like high school graduations or high school reunions where they have a baby picture and you try to line up who the adult is?
Yeah.
Do you know how hard that is?
Yeah.
To project what somebody's going to look like as an adult off a baby picture? That's basically what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what you're doing. Because you have the framework, but you don't have any of the developmental or anything like that. So
you can forget me ever being in favor of a team taking a guy who doesn't have a lot of resume. You got 1 year starting in college. I don't care if you sat 3 years behind a 3-time Heisman Trophy winner and only got your shot in the 4th year. And then you won the Heisman Trophy yourself. I'm still going to be iffy on whether or not I want to take you.
That's insane.
Really?
What you just said is completely out of your mind.
Baker Mayfield.
Okay, Baker.
I mean, that's what Baker did.
Okay, you ever heard that thing about Hurricane Rock of, I put this rock out in front of my house, there ain't been no hurricanes. Well, you live in North Dakota there, goober. You used one piece of just very narrow evidence. Okay, I'll do the same thing in reverse. You know what I really like? A quarterback that had a cannon arm and was really impressive, but never did anything that made me feel playing in college that he was worthy of a top 10 pick. Then the workouts came along, and I just absolutely fell in love with him. Who am I describing right there?
Who?
There's 2 acceptable answers. Pat Mahomes is one. Jamarcus Russell is the other.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say broad strokes, things like that. That's what you just said will get you fired probably 90% of the time because these are individual cases. there are guys that didn't start that much in college that, and it could be that they were stuck behind somebody else. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head.
It gets hard to do, doesn't it?
Well, in the last 5 years, because I can transfer anywhere I want to. But, I mean, Joe Burrow started for 2 years with unbelievable talent around him, and he couldn't start at Ohio State. What you just said means you would have had reservations about him.
No, because I saw him for 2 years. I saw him play his junior year at LSU, and he was pretty damn good.
He was mediocre at best. He was a sixth-round prospect going into that year.
And then he got exponentially better the second year.
Statistically, he didn't. If you watch him, then yes, he did. I'm telling you, if you can find me somebody, and I will dare you to prove receipts on this, if you can find somebody that watched him that first year at LSU and went, that's going to be a future Pro Bowler, Super Bowl starter, you're a liar. And I don't know how you deep faked this. You're a liar because they didn't exist. Jaden Daniels, same way. Jaden Daniels is a fifth-round pick coming into this year. He had one high-level year as a starter. So, yeah, you're painting with way too broad of a brush there. That's what gets people into – that's like that Bill Parcells way of thinking of, I need a guy that started 50 games.
Yep.
Okay, well, sometimes the guy that started 50 games is capped. There is no growth.
Sure.
That's Christian Ponder.
I'm just saying I would never. And I wouldn't be cool with my GM doing it either. I don't like that whole projecting thing. You can't – I don't know. And I get that it doesn't always work, and maybe that's a bad rule to live by.
It's 100% a bad rule. I'm trying to think of the example that disproves it. I feel like Pat Mahomes was a pretty good one.
Yeah, but didn't he start for longer than that?
He started for 2 years, and he was pretty awful for a good bit of it. I mean, I think they won – I think the best year he had, they went 8-4 or 7-5.
Yeah, I would have totally missed on that, too, because I laughed when they drafted Patrick Mahomes. That's stupid.
And
that
Mahomes
little
was
guy,
my
he's going to get killed.
No, Mahomes was my number one quarterback in that draft.
Yeah, not me. He would have been my 875th quarterback in that class.
Well, and I guess that's kind of my point, is that there comes a time where the raw skill set's so unbelievable. Because Mahomes just, and I hate using this phrase, but I'm going to, watching him in a pair of shorts, he looked different. He had an arm that was different. The problem was, could he play outside of the confines of that system? And I didn't know that, and I feel like a lot of other people didn't know that. And so it got hard to project out, and then you got worried. Are we going to get made fun of? Because this is not a household name, and nobody's expecting us to do that. And that's why it was Andy Reid.
Yep.
There were teams that were ready to take him at 5. I know that for a fact. That's not an opinion. It is a fact.
Should have done it.
Andy Reid was the only one that had the cachet. To say, you know what? This is my quarterback. I'm a quarterback guy. I have a track record in this league. Sit back and watch.
Yep.
And you say how it went.
Yep. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is CSPN Asheville.
Our state's future begins with our students. That's why the North Carolina Education Lottery has contributed over $10 billion to education. Through scholarships, school construction, support staff, and pre-K programs, lottery dollars move our state forward, helping students become the best versions of themselves. Visit movingncstudentsforward.com and share how your student or school community has benefited for a chance to earn $2,000 for your story. Must be 18 to play. Problem Gambling Helpline 877-718-5543.
When we think about our health, we usually think about exercising and eating healthier, but don't forget that part of your overall health is your dental health. And y'all, if it's been 6 months or longer since your last visit, you need to get in to see the dentist. And Asheville Smiles Cosmetic and Family Dentistry, they offer general family dentistry as well as Invisalign orthodontics, Botox, fillers, sleep apnea screenings, and more. Dr. Merrill and the staff at Asheville Smiles, they're taking new patients, so get your smile back on track. World-class dental care with a hometown feel. AshevilleSmiles.com.
Next Step Recovery in Asheville provides safe and structured homes and a full clinical outpatient program for men struggling with drugs and alcohol. Next Step Recovery is an intensive, small, and intimate program with a 2-to-1 patient ratio and 3 master-level addiction clinicians on staff. Verify your insurance with us online. Currently in-network with Blue Cross Blue Shield and now Aetna. Healing from addiction is a journey. Learn more today at nextsteprecovery.com. That's nextsteprecovery.com.
Love golf but hate hunger? Golf Against Hunger 2024 takes place April 22nd, and it's your chance to help end food waste while enjoying your favorite game. Go to food-connection.org to sign up for Golf Against Hunger.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 10 million people without destroying your credit. They can reduce your interest rates, lower your total payments up to 50% to get you out of debt fast. For a free consultation, call Consolidated Credit now. The program works.
Call 800-988-0848. 800-988-0848. 800-988-0848.
Consolidated Credit Solutions Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Kansas CSO 0019051. Maryland DM 1492. Oregon DM 892. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, license number TC83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action. Actual interest rates, length of program, and monthly payment reductions will vary by consumer and creditor. Yours could be higher or lower. Not a loan company. We do not lend money.
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for. All culminate into this time, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics have teamed up under new ownership by an Asheville native to better serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics can customize whatever you, your team, business, or local group may need through high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving right here in Asheville. Free personal delivery within Buncombe County and a reduced delivery fee anywhere in Western North Carolina. Visit ShowtimeSportsAVL.com and MountainGraphicsAVL.com. Your one-stop custom apparel shops.
From the Ingalls Studios, this is ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart Radio Station.
Spring is right around the corner, and Renewal by Anderson of the Carolinas is here to help get your home ready. During the month of March, take $347 off windows, $939 off doors, plus an additional 5% off your entire project. Go to freewindowsassessment.com.
This is the time of year to enjoy life. Stop letting that pain in your joints keep you from doing what you want to do this spring. Call QC Kinetics now. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. It's a fact. QC Kinetics is literally transforming lives. Their advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Pro athletes have been doing this for decades, but now this life-changing treatment is available for you, so you can walk and run and climb stairs and play golf and move again pain-free. No pain pills, no risky surgery. This is an all-natural solution. QC Kinetics has tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have reclaimed their mobility. Take action now and live your best life this spring and summer. It's a great use of your tax refund check, by the way. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. Phone 828-333-9517. 828-333-9517. That's 828-333-9517 in Asheville and in Greenville.
The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls studio.
We're back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. The Sportsocracy, as always, heard everywhere on the iHeart Radio app, seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel so you can join us in the chat. So there are, there are some good prognosticators. There are others that are not so great at it. And then there's Mike Tannenbaum, who falls into a whole new category, all on his lonesome. It continues to baffle me at some of the dumb things that he has said in his tenure with ESPN, and every time he does it, it makes me go, oh, yeah, there's no wonder that you got fired.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt, because all we talked about in the last hour was the quarterbacks.
Yes.
You're not getting rocket surgery from there.
No, there wasn't. I mean, I know you don't like and I don't think I've seen anybody have him this high in a mock draft. J.C. Latham, the tackle out of Alabama, going at 7 to the Tennessee Titans.
You skipped over the fact that the Chargers went, no, we're going to take Joe Alt.
Well, I mean, at least that I get. At least I get taking an offensive tackle. Yes, I get taking a tackle. This draft class is super heavy at wide receiver. I get that there's not another one that you're going to get like Malik Neighbors or Rome Odunze or Marvin Harrison Jr., but I mean, at least get where his mind was going on this of, yeah, they could take a generational left tackle. Some people believe that's what Joe Alt is.
Well, the problem is that you already allegedly have one of those. So you're going to put who on the right side? I mean, if you're telling me you're taking a right tackle over Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison Jr., you're smoking crimes. Because that's absolutely lunatic, crazy people.
Mm-hmm.
I love Alt. But if you're telling me you're going to keep Slater on the left side, play him on the right, but bad. B-A-D-D, bad, because the value's not there.
But what if I'm going to move Slater over to the right side?
I don't love that either.
Did his grade not go down at left tackle this past year? So maybe that's the thought.
It did, but I'm not sure it's going to go back up at right tackle. I mean, you're bypassing two practically sure things. That's hard for me to wrap my brain around, and that's coming from a guy that's got Joe Alt at 2.
Mm-hmm.
I understood doing that before you traded Keenan Allen, before you cut Mike Williams. That I got. Now that your number one receiver is Josh Palmer season, baby! I mean, which number one receiver, no doubt. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Not much behind him. That's crazy.
So Joe Alt goes at 5, and then J.C. Latham at 7 to the Tennessee Titans as the second tackle off the board. Marvin Harrison Jr., by the way, where did he go? Oh, he fell to 9 to the Chicago Bears.
The Bears get Marvin Harrison Jr. and Caleb Williams.
Yes.
Okay.
The Giants took Malik Neighbors, which you have said that makes sense.
Yes.
For them. He fits in with what they want to do. Have you not said that before?
I've said that I understand taking Neighbors if Harrison's gone because I understand having him that much higher than Rome Odunze.
Mm-hmm.
They need an outside weapon. Neighbors plays out of the slot. Well, their best current weapon is Wan'Dale Robinson, who also plays out of the slot. Neighbors does not make sense to me with the Giants if Marvin Harrison's still there because you're going to try to make him something that he's really not.
Mm-hmm. But if Marvin Harrison's on the board,
yes, that's where you go.
That's where you go. I would say the same thing for the Tennessee Titans. I would say the same thing for the Atlanta Falcons at 8.
The Falcons are going Dallas Turner.
Who take Dallas Turner?
Dallas Turner's the pick at 8. I'm almost as sure of that pick as I am Caleb Williams at 1 and Jaden Daniels at 2.
But with Marvin Harrison still on the board.
Don't care.
You would pass him up to take an edge rusher.
I would probably trade the pick because I know somebody would come up. It'd probably be the Jets, honestly. I can't imagine the Jets going, well, we could have Mike Williams and Garrett Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr. with it. Well, I think we could. I think we could do that.
That's kind of my thought here is that he's the type of prospect to me nobody passes up. I mean, unless you're the top 3 that need quarterbacks.
This just strikes me as a guy that's getting really lost in the noise of. There are some people that are upset that Harrison has really been hidden through this draft process. Some people are finding that to be very bizarre, and they think it kind of goes to an entitlement and some things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't bothered a scout that I put any weight in what they say, but it has bothered some others.
They've got Olafashanu going to your team at 10, which I know you're happy about.
I don't. Not so much.
Why?
I like Fashanu, but with Tyron Smith and with Morgan Moses, I'm all about a weapon. I want to get a weapon that takes some of that pass rush off trying to keep up Tyron Smith and trying to keep up Morgan Moses.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I'm not angry at it, but if they bypass Roma Dunze for Olaf Fashanu, I'm probably going to need a hug.
Funny you should mention that. He goes to the New Orleans Saints at 14.
Which is insanity. I feel pretty sure now that, and this is the point where you start locking things in place.
Mm-hmm.
I feel pretty sure with the Ryan Ramczyk news that they're not sure he's going to be able to play at all in 24. That makes it almost impossible for me to believe that it's not going to be Talise Fuaga.
Well, he couldn't.
If it's
do
not,
that.
it would be for J.C. Latham.
Well, he couldn't do that because the Raiders took him at 13
over Byron Murphy. Yeah, I can just keep doing this. Like every pick, I just went, stop.
You're crazy. Cincinnati Bengals took Amarius Mims at 18, which feels way too high.
It's not.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Depends on how you view him.
Brock Bowers at 22.
That's smoking crimes.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets out of the top 10, we as the industry did it wrong.
Byron Murphy at 24 to the Dallas Cowboys. Could you see that happening? Byron will be way gone by 24.
I would think so. I would think so. But now, like I said, when you had a couple defensive tackles that jumped up into the conversation, that does push everybody else down.
Jared Verse at 30 really was the kicker for me of, okay, now I know you've gone full crazy pants.
You know, it's funny. That's actually one of the ones that I went, yeah, I get it.
Really?
I've been doing my latest mock that's going to go out on Instagram, TikTok, all of those things, and individual little reels pick by pick. I'm struggling to find a place for Verse, and I'm struggling to find a place for Leatu Latu. I don't love either one of them standing up. I think they can, but that's not really what I want you to do. I have routinely had both of them in the last 5 picks of the first round. Both. That's because Dallas Turner just passed them. If you're looking for a stand-up edge rusher, which right now you got a lot of teams that play 3-4, if that's what you're after, he's really the only one that comes in ready to go right away. You're going to have to teach Jared Verse and Leatu Latu how to stand up. And some people don't think Latu can stand up at all. I'm not one of them. But
I was going to say because of the speed or what?
It's a different skill set. And look, I'm not telling you I think he would be great in coverage. I'm saying I think he could do it. Especially if you got a coordinator that was kind of in that Rex Ryan mold of we send the hounds. It's what we do. Then I could see him being able to do that.
Anything else that stuck out to you about this Tannenbaum farce?
Well, obviously the quarterbacks are it's insane. Troy Fautano, I keep seeing him that high. I don't get it. I don't understand it. He went at 16 to Seattle. I never saw that player. Jackson Powers Johnson seems to be settling in the 20s. I do think Seattle will bypass him, whether they should or not. That's a story for another day. It does appear that he's going to be available there at 21 to the Dolphins, 22 to the Eagles, if that's what they decide to do, wanting Juergens and Dickerson to stay at guard. I think they will move Cam Juergens to center personally, and then it gets into Dallas. He will not make it past the Dallas Cowboys. I feel very sure of that. That's his drop-dead spot.
Yes.
Other than that, Ladd McConkey's too high. Xavier Worthy's too high. But I'm not shocked by that.
No, Ladd McConkey is a very popular pick at the end of the first round. And if he's not going at the end of the first round, he's going right in the first 5 picks of the second round in most mock drafts that I have seen.
I have him in the top 50. I kind of struggle to get him. I mean, I've had him higher than that, mainly with the Chiefs. But now with Hollywood Brown, I find that even kind of difficult to do because I feel like Rashee Rice is going to play the same role.
Xavier Worthy running the 4.21 40 at the dash. I mean at the combine.
He still can't catch.
Yeah, but you know what? That I can probably teach him how to do that. I can't teach him how to be that
Just
fast.
teach John Ross how to do it.
No.
I don't think – all right, I'm glad you said that this way because it allows me to go on a little tangent that I've wanted to go on for a while. It is much harder to teach somebody how to catch than people think it is. Now, and there's a very simple reason for why that is. Have you ever run 4.21?
Good Lord, no.
Have you ever run 5.21?
No.
Have you ever run 6.21?
No.
I'm going to say I doubt it, but
maybe
you might be somewhere in that general vicinity. You're more nimble than you would expect a formerly large Tank Spencer to be.
I am.
It is really hard to get your brain, your hands, and your feet to work in concert when you're going that fast. Let me give you an example. You fashion yourself to be a pretty good driver, right?
Yeah.
Is it easier to make lane decisions and check stoplights and things like that when you're going 50 or when you're going 100?
50.
The same premise comes in.
Sure.
When you're going that fast, there is a reason that practically every receiver we've ever seen that was even in the ballpark of this fast, they all do the same thing. I can run 9 routes because I know how to run by you, and over the course of time, I've learned to track football. And it's the Deshaun Jackson rule. I'm so much faster than you that I can flat out stop, and that's okay. You can't stop going over the middle. Tyreek Hill runs into this, and I hesitate to say this because I haven't checked it. In terms of receivers that have run under 4.35, I would say he has the best hands I've ever seen, and it's not all that close. Mm-hmm. I can't think of one that's even in the ballpark because that is a skill set. You're moving so fast. The ball is just a blur. You got to be able to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier Worthy can't do that. I wouldn't take him in the first 2 rounds, and I've been unabashedly honest about that.
Right.
Will I use you as a wish version of Hollywood Brown where you can just run by people and you take that safety off the top? Okay.
Yep.
And hope you occasionally catch one? Sure. Is he a first-round receiver? Oh, good God, no. Oh, good God, no.
And do you think the league agrees with you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I will be terribly shocked. If he is not in the top 35 picks of this draft, I will be shocked.
I have yet to see a wager on it, but if you could wager it, I would be all aboard the train, and the only place that I would ever wager it would be on the DraftKings Sportsbook, the official wagering partner of us here in the Sportsocracy. And now, in our home state of North Carolina, you can use the DraftKings Sportsbook anywhere you go for any sport that you want to wager on. And for a limited time, new customers who sign up with our promo code WPEK and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. Whether you prefer player props, like where Xavier Worthy's going to go in the draft, or what team he's going to go to, we've got thousands of those on the NFL Draft, and you can wager those or money lines with the DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now using code WPEK and bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code WPEK. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only, new customers only. Subject to regulatory licensing requirements. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit wagering and eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC.
You need Indeed. Their end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
Hey, baseball fans, did you know that Fubo has the most MLB games you can get without cable? That's right. Only Fubo has the broadcast networks and regional networks you need to watch your home team all year long. Out of market? Don't worry. Fubo has MLB TV too. Watch on all your devices, at home and on the go. Baseball season is finally here. Get Fubo today. Start streaming FuboTV.com. That's FuboTV.com.
Embark on a journey through the most absurd moments of the human story with Ridiculous History, the podcast that explores the bizarre corners of human existence, like the evolution of the toilet, the story of Comic Sans, or the exploits of the notorious Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr is like, one day, my life is going to be part of a musical.
However, though, he probably didn't necessarily at this point think that he was going to be the villain.
Listen to Ridiculous History on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for, the moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time, the moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this. Your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
If cleanliness is next to godliness, look around the car right now. Is that very godly? Look, life comes at you fast, but so does WBNC Auto Detailing. They have the tools to make your interior look like it's coming off the showroom floor. You don't believe me? Check them out on Instagram. All that filth and years of stains disappear. WBNC Auto Detailing does full interior and exterior details with paint correction, and they do wax and ceramic coatings. Call WBNC Auto Detailing at 455-3700. Premium care with a Southern hospitality touch. We're back counting down to kickoff. Let's look at today's 3 keys to premium pre-gaming with Beast Unleashed, presented by Monster Brewing. Number 1, beat the heat.
Unleash the beast with bold, familiar flavors, 0 caffeine and 0 sugar.
Number 2, running the option.
There's 4 to choose from: White Haze, Peach Perfect, Scary Berries, and my personal favorite, Mean Green.
And number 3, at 6% ABV, Max Protect.
Always drink responsibly, and you must be 21 or over.
Beast Unleashed, available at your local retailer.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. And did I mention that Clarissa Sells WNC loves teachers? We love teachers so much, we're giving back 25% of our commission at closing. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
We are back in the Sportsocracy inside the Ingles studio on ESPN Asheville.
I think my new favorite thing that happens on this show is the Olympic-style judging for segues. Stephen Towle said that was a Jonas Knox-level segue, which I greatly appreciate. I'm going to be honest. This is kind of taking that fourth wall down. I have done more live reads in the last month than I've done in the first 4 years that I worked in radio. I'm still learning, and I appreciate you being patient with me.
Working on it.
That's a lot of love coming from this big bulleted man to all of you.
Yeah, indeed. But Jonas Knox territory. That's
let's
pretty,
go.
That's pretty
let's
good
go.
compliment right there. Good for
when
good
Jonas
for
Knox
Towle.
can grow a beard like this. Let's go.
To follow up from the earlier discussion. So the band that Thomas, our board op and promotions guy here at iHeart, the band that he will be playing in, or that he plays in, will be playing tonight at 1098 New Stock Road in Weaverville. It is called Edda's Hideaway. EDA''S. Edda's Hideaway. 1098 New Stock Road. Go out and see Thomas. He's the drummer in tonight's band. They are a 90s cover band, and I did ask, do you know any Creed songs? And the answer was no. My follow-up was, will you be learning to learn one, or will you be willing to learn one, and would you possibly let Flostradamus sing with you when you play it? And he said, not tonight, and I said, no, clearly not tonight. I'm sure you guys are good, but I don't know that you're that good. You can just pick one up right off the jump. But maybe one of the shows in April. And I got a maybe. So I said, we'll take a maybe. We'll take a maybe. There may be a special performance coming next month of, I'm trying to find the name of the band. Thomas's band. We'll call him for right now.
I'm trying to think about other 90s songs that I could sing. Anything Boys to Men, I'm here for it. You break out a Casey and JoJo banger, I'm here.
Yes. Burnt Reputation is the name of the
Let's
band.
go.
Burnt Reputation.
That's even better than my high school band, the Assassins. I still need to make band T-shirts for that. They would have to look like Billy Gunn's trunks from the mid-90s.
Oh, yes. No doubt.
I mean, that's the right call, right?
Or Rikishi. You could do either one.
No, nobody needs to see that. That much keister needs to be housed in
locked away.
Speaking of which, we have a super chat, so get the button ready.
Okay.
I also have to say, as somebody that does not make a habit of watching wrestling, The Rock is really, he's pushing himself past This latest little thing he's doing. I'm seeing it on TikTok.
Who is it?
The Rock.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's putting himself in, like, territory. It's stupid good.
For what?
Greatest wrestler of all time. He's now in the discussion. If nothing
he was
else,
already there.
Yeah, but he was behind a few. I would say this may have slid him into that pole position because he's having that late run. That, hey, I'm back after I started doing other stuff that's way better than everybody else's.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't have a bald spot like Hulk Hogan that's, the size of my computer.
Mm-hmm. So because he has hair,
no,
means he's doing well.
Because he's just real good.
Well, of course he is. He's always been in the discussion as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
The mic skills are
way better.
Special.
Way better than the whole bunch of them that y'all like.
Oh, Kelvin Joyner, Daily Draft tomorrow, go-to karaoke songs. I feel like we could crowdsource that one on the old Book of Face and have just a whale of a time with that.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
My go-to karaoke?
You ever sung karaoke in your life?
Yes, I have.
How many domestic lights does it take for you to get on that stage?
Not many. I mean,
really?
Yeah.
You're way...
Especially if I'm in a crowd where I don't know anybody. Like if I'm...
Oh, you're that guy.
Yeah.
You're the vacation karaoke guy.
I will 100% go vacation karaoke singing.
Okay, the social in East Asheville. How many beers at like my birthday party? How many is that?
I think I did it at your birthday party 2 years ago.
Did you?
Yeah. I got up there and drunkenly sang a song, and nobody paid attention. I'm terribly glad, because as soon as I opened my mouth, I went, I'm too drunk to sing the Black Crows.
Never mentions the word.
That was the song I was singing, and I got into it, and I went,
Well,
I shouldn't do this drunk.
Nobody in the history of bars has ever gone, I'm going to sing a B track from the Black Crows.
No, Hard to Handle is usually a good one.
It is a good, but nobody should ever sing that.
Why?
Ever.
Just overplayed, or?
No. How do I say this? You ever heard the term beating a dead horse?
Mm-hmm.
That horse is so dead that you don't even know it's a horse.
Okay.
And it's never been done well.
So overplayed. Gotcha.
Karaoke-wise, yes.
Yeah.
That's
it's overplayed regular. There's a reason the Black Crows don't even perform this song anymore. Because they're tired of it. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
They do not. They have not in 15 years. Maybe longer.
The Black Crows still tour?
Of course they do.
Of course they do. Sorry, I don't keep
up. They were
one
of the most popular bands of the 1980s. Of course they still tour. Most of them do.
They were a popular band in 1988. I mean, you get thin with the Black Crows quick.
And that is the dumbest thing you've ever said.
In terms of songs that an average person would know, you don't get to 5. I guarantee you our listening audience right now couldn't get to 5 without Googling it.
Yeah, maybe so.
Just because you liked it didn't make them very popular.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Slappy Joe and the Beavers and whatever band that is that you...
Slappy Joe and the Beavers?
I can't remember that stupid band that you like so much. They're awful and nobody knows who they are. Oh, no, that's Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
That's a Christmas
You have bad
movie.
taste in things. You know what? You should taste
Says the guy who thinks Creed is awesome.
One of the most popular bands in America right now, just throwing it out there. Fully sold out tour. It's being played in stadiums all over the country. It's not my fault.
In stadiums?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go to
You're
TikTok.
kidding me.
Go to TikTok. It's happening in every stadium in the country.
Creed tour.
It's happening all over the country.
This is ridiculous. This shall not stand.
Oh, the Orange Peel sold out. When Scott Stapp
That's
showed
not
up
a
here,
stadium, first off.
Well, okay. Venues.
That's
sorry.
not sold out stadium tour. Yeah,
well,
they're playing the amphitheater in Simpsonville. They're not selling stadiums.
Okay. You knew exactly what I meant.
No, I didn't, because you said stadiums, and I immediately went to, there is no chance that you are packing Bank of America Stadium for Creed.
There's 2 people on the planet that can do that right now. Literally. Stadium tours, it's Luke Combs and Taylor Swift. End of message, repeat the line. There ain't anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why very few of them do it. Garth Brooks' geriatric self tries and can only do about one show a week.
Yes. Now, I mean, they are selling out venues.
Yes.
I think, because
and by the way,
there's not one on the list that doesn't have tickets available for it. But maybe they are selling out.
Yeah, that spot
the
in Simpsonville
Glen
has
Helen
a lot
Amphitheater
of
in San Bernardino. Yeah. You can sell a bunch of tickets at an amphitheater.
It's okay. That's fine.
That doesn't. Never mind.
No, I said I was wondering what you were saying. They're playing their stuff in stadiums all over the world.
Oh,
baseball stadiums is what I meant.
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
I
thought you said they were selling out stadiums.
No, they're selling out their tour, and they're being played in stadiums all over the country.
Okay. Well, I mean, opening day is tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure that John Fogerty's getting played in a bunch of stadiums. That doesn't mean he's real popular right now.
Yeah, I believe he is. believe Creed's pretty popular right now. It's having its retro cool trip around the sun.
Sure, it's fun, but so is going to see Lit at, I don't know, they might be playing at Edda's on the River or whatever next week. Who knows?
I was about to say, I believe you can see Lit at your local J&S cafeteria. They'll be playing the lunch service.
They're actually going to be opening up tonight for Burnt Hammer, or what was it, Burnt Reputation.
Actually,
I like Burnt
that name.
Hammer better.
I don't. Sounds like what happens after you catch the UVA.
Ruh-roh. Yeah, you never want to catch the UVA because the UVA usually leads to losing. And nobody wants to lose, especially when you're using DraftKings Sportsbook. It is here. It is live in the state of North Carolina. And we've been doing this for a few weeks. And if you haven't already downloaded the DraftKings Sportsbook app, an official sports betting partner of NASCAR, then you should absolutely do so, because for a limited time, new customers who sign up with the promo code WPEK and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. I mean, it really is instant. As soon as you place that wager, it goes, hey, look what you got. $250 instantly in bonus bets. They have all the best features, same-game parlays, player props, and more, with fast and easy payouts right at your fingertips. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now using code WPEK and bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the code WPEK. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. That's a week. Deposit and eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC. NASCAR is not a sponsor of this promotion and used under license. When we return, it'll be time for the most important message of the day.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
Again, east, and it may be just a few miles to our east where we'll have showers and even some thunder showers this afternoon. Some partial sun here locally. 68 should do it. Tonight, breezy, cloudy, 40. Again, keeping the rain east. Tomorrow, sunshine. And temperatures in the upper 50s. There might be some clouds, especially east, a gusty breeze. And keeping the rain east. Friday, sunshine and breezy and a high of 65. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
Join us for our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Awards, live from the Dolby Theater in Hollywood.
Monday, April 1st. Watch on Fox, starting at 8 p.m. And listen on the free iHeartRadio app.
Tesla of Trenolast is a proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Awards, a celebration of artists and the fans who got them there. The fans who make the music truly come alive through their energy and positive vibes. To the fans that make live music possible, we salute you.
The most common form of treatment for the arthritic joints is normally cortisone injections and gel shots and over-the-counter medications. And most patients have tried all of that and are still in pain.
Every day, Dr. Aaron Wolkoff, a QC Kinetics
Kinetics medical director meets patients who have exhausted every method to get relief. They've been told surgery is their only option.
They want to stay away from that path, and they come to us almost as the last hope. So we're using our own body's properties to help manage pain, to help slow arthritis down, keep the patients active with no downtime, and getting back to what they enjoy doing. I mean, I love what I do.
QC Kinetics regenerative treatments from our board-certified providers help heal and restore aching joints. No surgery, harmful drugs, or downtime. Call for your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics, 828-333-9517. That's 828-333-9517. 828-333-9517.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
It's the moment you dream of. The moment you work for. Train for. Run wind sprints when nobody's watching for. The moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time. The moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics have teamed up under new ownership by an Asheville native to better serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics can customize whatever you, your team, business, or local group may need through high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving right here in Asheville. Free personal delivery within Buncombe County and a reduced delivery fee anywhere in Western North Carolina. Visit ShowtimeSportsAVL.com and MountainGraphicsAVL.com. Your one-stop custom apparel shops.
We are back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Time for the most important message of the day.
Don't do crimes!
And let's see. Today's crime story comes to us, mine anyway, comes to us from Carbon County. This is in Pennsylvania. It's just north of Allentown, Pennsylvania, where a guy dresses up in the Ghostface costume. You know what Ghostface is?
Yes.
Not the rapper.
No, from Scream.
No, from Scream. He was wearing the Scream costume. After the said incident here, 30-year-old Zach Russell Moyer told police that he went to his neighbor's house, quote, for the purpose of scaring him. While armed with a knife and a small battery-powered chainsaw, and wearing the costume complete with the mask and the black cloak and everything. Would you like to know what he is now arrested for?
What's that?
Murder.
Oh.
I went there to scare him, and somehow, I don't know really how it happened. I mean, other than maybe I went boo and the guy started fighting me, and so he stabbed him in the head with his knife. And stabbed him multiple times. Like, this guy had, the report on this is he had all kinds of defensive injuries, like he was holding up his hands and stuff trying to block this guy. I don't think you go to somebody's house just to scare them, and then, I don't know, he just ended up stabbed 35 times. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Pac-Man Jones kept going to strip clubs, and people just randomly wound up getting shot. That's the thing that happened.
Wow. And here's the other thing. 3:30 in the afternoon.
That's aggressive.
That's an aggressive day.
So my story is also aggressive. It's from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm going to give you the eyewitness account from the female involved in this story as she told it to Fox 13 Memphis. This all started over a piece of a paper chip trash bag. Are you the owner or something? Are you the litter police or something? I'm confused. He was nothing. Just a regular customer who eats here. I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to tell you the story. I'm going to tell you how she finished this.
Okay.
Woman and her boyfriend go to Venice Kitchen in East Memphis to pick up a to-go order just after 7 o'clock on Tuesday. Boyfriend went inside the restaurant to grab their food. While sitting in the car waiting for him to return, she claims she was confronted by a man who knocked on her window, grabbed a piece of trash sitting next to the vehicle, and threw it in her face. We resume her explanation. You don't aggravate and assault me for no reason. It's a very liberal use of the word assault, and I mean that in the definition of liberal and the other way that you could mean that. You don't put your hand in my face for no reason and mush me with some trash off the floor that I did not drop.
Mush me.
Mush your face. Boyfriend came out of the restaurant and attempted to get the man to go away, which then led to a fight breaking out. Shortly after, witnesses told police that they heard gunshots and saw the victim limping away with a gun in his hand. The woman said that her boyfriend had somehow managed to get the gun away from the shooter. Here's what we know. Man was so upset that there was trash beside a car that he mushed your face of the girlfriend of the guy he shot.
Mm-hmm.
I have but one question. Is the shooter in this story Robert F. Kennedy Jr.? Because if not, then I bet I know who he's voting for. Why do you care? I will every day we get these stories. Oh, did you see her drop it? Because, I mean, I'm investigating here. She hasn't gotten her food yet, bruh. I'm going to say I doubt she dropped it. Maybe she parked beside it. You dumbin'.
Maybe.
And that led to somebody getting shot.
Even if not.
I don't care if you watched her drop it.
That's where I was going. Like, even if, like, he pulls up, he sees her in the parking lot, she opens her door, and the trash falls out of her car. An entire trash bag could fall out of the car. How much do they pay you to clean up that parking lot, sir?
Yeah. This is a great PSA, and I feel like sometimes I should do PSAs. Mind your own business.
Now, you can say something.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, ma'am. But I believe that your trash has fallen out of your vehicle, and would you please be kindly to put it in the nearest receptacle? But you can't do this. You can't just go up assaulting people because you think it's your, I don't know, you're on your high horse. You think you're morally superior.
We live in a world where people on a daily basis involve themselves in things that do not involve them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you would stop, you would live a much happier life. And then that comes into the second part of this PSA. One of these days, you're going to mush your face of somebody like me, and I'm going to show you what a good mushing feels like.
Well, if it were you, it wouldn't have happened.
Correct.
See, this is some jackwagon who feels like he's superior and he can just mush the face of a woman because he's something I can't say on FCC airwaves. And when the boyfriend...
Does it end in weasel? I believe that's the last time you...
I'm sorry. When the boyfriend came out and, quote, tried to get him to go away, if he didn't Superman punch that douche wagon in the face...
There it was.
Then, I mean, relationship over? Correct? Right? I mean...
There are certain instances...
I know we say, don't do crimes... But I'm pretty sure there's not a jury in the world that would convict you for Superman punching some dude in the face who mushed trash in your girlfriend's face.
Yeah, that's how you get Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels in the jejunum. Stephen Tao said people shouldn't care about litter unless they're getting paid for it. People should worry about themselves. Worry about yourself, not other people.
Mm-hmm.
If we all just worried about us, we'd be fine. The problem is, hey, maybe she did litter. Who knows? Does it kill you to pick that bag up? Like, really? Like, to the point you're going to mush somebody in the face and, I don't know, end up shooting somebody over it?
Definitely
That feels like an escalation that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
No doubt. And he deserves a mushing. Right back.
Yeah. And he's going to get one at the county jail. from a guy that goes
where
by
did this
a
happen?
nickname. Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, yeah. You ever been to Memphis? I have.
Oh, yeah, I lived in Memphis.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. I don't believe I'd have done that.
Yeah, there are certain places that I don't want to go to jail, and that's actually
going to jail in Memphis. I can guarantee you he won't be going to jail in Memphis. However, he may get caught in certain neighborhoods where that's not going to end up his way. He will not
Sports Think ESPN.
He will not be going to jail, though. Promise you that.
DA that doesn't prosecute things.
Exactly. Crime doesn't exist in. Well, you said East Memphis.
I did.
Which was. I'm trying to think. Yeah. No, probably he probably won't go there either. Just big city. Lots of them
he shot somebody.
running the show.
He shot somebody. You did shoot somebody.
Yeah, it's Memphis. Somebody gets shot there every 10 seconds anyway.
At Sports Think ESPN.
You can stop me when I lie.
I am not legally responsible for anything that comes out of his mouth. We're both independent contractors, and that word independent, I put an emphasis on.
We are independently employed. It's one of those things. That's a rough place to live.
There's a lot of places that are. A lot of places.
Less than ideal.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, I like Memphis personally. But I've also only visited it. I didn't live in it.
I was going to say, it's a fine place to visit. There's certain places you just never need to get caught after late at night. And East Memphis is probably one of those. So, I'm just saying karma is a B word. And that guy is probably fafoed.
Good Lord, you just sounded like Zach Galifianakis from the campaign right there. Karma is a B word.
It is.
And then you did that little head bob.
And it's a mess.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
Okay, so where do we need to lead now? Oh, yeah, we need to pay off the tease that you did like an hour ago.
Yeah! This is from our buddy Soaring Eagle, the Broncos superfan. He says he's calling it right now. Cortland Sutton gets traded to Honor before draft day.
What would you give for Cortland Sutton right now?
That bag of trash that got mushed in the face of that girl.
That's what I'm saying.
I will give you that tater bag. Tater chip bag.
Do I have the Mr. Irrelevant pick? You can have that.
Nope, the Jets have both of those. And as a fan of that team, and we also still need another receiver, pass.
I'll pass. Yeah, that's not one.
This is not a time to be trying to move receivers.
No.
Look, the Bengals are running into it right now. They've made calls on T. Higgins. They've gotten nowhere. The 49ers made calls on Brandon Ayuk. They've gotten nowhere. Because why would I give you capital for a guy that I then have to turn around and pay? I saw a story from, I think it was ESPN.com, where they were talking about the scout. It was because they were talking about Scouts Inc. Top 100. How many players in the Scouts Inc. Top 100 do you think are wide receivers?
I'll say 35. Too much? Way too much?
Yeah. I'm going to give you a shot to try again.
20.
19.
Okay.
19 of the top 100 are wide receivers. That means 1 out of every 5 is a wide receiver. It's not a great time to be trying to auction off pieces like that.
No.
Look, there have been years where Jerry Jeudy would have been really intriguing. We're getting to a point where receivers just not that valuable. Yeah, it's valuable if you've got a Justin Jefferson or you got a Jamar Chase. How many Calvin Ridleys are there in the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
How many T. Higginses are there in the NFL? I mean, frankly, you look at a team with a bad receiving corps, Denver's a great example. There are teams in this league that I think have 3 better receivers than anybody Denver's trotting out there right now. I don't think you can get that bad, but Carolina. All right, we talked about how bad Carolina's weapons were all year last year.
Mm-hmm.
You still go Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen, Jonathan Mingo. That's pretty solid, and that's one of the 10 worst receiving rooms in the league. And that's not a shot at them. I like that. The addition of Deontay Johnson helps a lot, and I think Mingo's going to be way better in his second year.
Mm-hmm.
That's still bottom 10 in the league. You get to something like this or what Arizona's trotting out there right now? Sure. But you can fix it fast.
Yeah, I'm not giving you anything for Cortland Sutton. I'm going to let you just stick with that, and best of luck to you.
Gambit fan said I would sell Tank out for a Klondike bar, and I respect it. I would not sell him out. However,
if they came knocking on my door,
oh, no doubt. If
he's
they came
not standing in front of it.
If they came knocking on the door, like, hey, we need to talk to you about something you said. You need to talk to him about something he said. I'm going to go poop now, and you have this done by the time I get back.
Yeah, it's not necessarily selling it out. It's just I may not defend you very vigorously.
Look, when Jeremy came into this job off the road doing stand-up comedy, I asked a bunch of questions. What can I say? What is on that line of you should do it very judiciously?
Yes.
And what can't I say?
Mm-hmm.
I studied that rule book backwards and forwards.
Yes. I mean, there are some bosses that'll be really upset if you used a word like douche weasel on the air.
They did it.
What? I didn't. I don't use it unless it's warranted.
I'm telling you right now, I've got an illustrator that is doing some work for us right now because I have a logo for a new project it's supposed to be me, and I can't do heftier people because anytime I try to illustrate hefty people, they all of a sudden look like Porky Pig.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to do that, especially considering this hefty person is me. May have to come up with a shirt that has those two words you keep saying.
Yes.
I'm thinking a weasel
holding the bottle.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Maybe with the Braveheart makeup, it just says you ride at midnight or something like that. Ride at dawn.
Put one on each sleeve. I don't know. There's lots of ways that you could do this.
No doubt. Notorious B.I.G. in our YouTube comments asked, is there any chance Stephon Diggs gets traded? Chance? Yes. Good chance? No. Same problem. What are you going to get for him at this point? He is vital to Buffalo. Without him, you have no shot. You don't have much of a shot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Without him, you are LMNO brutal in terms of receiving options. I don't think anybody could match what they would have to get. You would almost have to give me a first-round pick.
Yes.
And there's no shot of that happening. Not paying him that contract, not at his age, not with the attitude issues. I mean, I honestly think if Buffalo was honest and was trying, I would be shocked if they could get a day 2 pick for Stephon Diggs at this point. Because he has a reputation as a team annihilator.
Indeed.
And then you have to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
And why would I not just take that pick and go, I don't know, draft Brian Thomas? And take Brian Thomas in the first round. You're being compared to a Pokemon.
Yeah,
in
apparently
our
I'm Snorlax, and I don't like that.
I
mean, 90 pounds ago, I'd have been down for that.
Oh no! As somebody that slept in the same vicinity,
fatty,
I mean, I slept in the same flat with you. Opposite, not the same bedroom.
No.
Snorlax works.
Do I snore that bad? Really?
I mean, you're not me bad.
Okay,
but
thank you. I was going to say that's any snoring I was doing was definitely being overshadowed by the hibernating bear over there.
Also in our YouTube chat, Trevin Burleson, I hope I said that correctly, asked, when do we put out Green on Green and bangers? So anything with wagering is always at the end of segments.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like now. I feel like we got to take a break. We got one more break to get the clock right, and frankly, we've been messing that up all day. So we should take that break, come back. I'll have a 5 on it banger. I missed last night by 1. Or night before last. Forgot we were off yesterday.
All right, we got picks of the night coming up next.
Doug Gottlieb here. March is here. That means Chick Days, planting your garden, and college basketball. Just like in basketball, every team needs its MVP. When it comes to team members who go above and beyond, Tractor Supply has the winning lineup. Our home team at Tractor Supply is excited to support your hometown. We're proud to be part of the excitement of college basketball tournament season, and our home team looks forward to serving your hometown. because every day is game day at Tractor Supply.
Luke 24. Now on the first day of the week, very early in the morning, they came to the tomb, but they found the stone rolled away. They did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. As they were greatly perplexed, when suddenly 2 men in bright shining clothes stood by them and said,
"Why are you looking among the dead for one who is alive?
He is not here. He is risen."
This message is brought to you by Lester Flooring, supplying only American-made goods. God bless America.
Hey, it's Mark Starling from First News on 570, and I've been going to Summit Dental in Asheville with Dr. Chad Reinhardt for years. They're fantastic, but you don't have to take my word for it. Check out some of these 5-star reviews from Google. After searching for a dentist for months, I finally found this place. I needed some serious dental work, and they got me in within a week. If you're anxious about going to the dentist, I assure you this is the place that can give you a new outlook on having dental work done. They're upfront, honest, and caring people who only want the best for their patients. You gotta check out Summit Dental in Asheville with Dr. Chad Reinhardt, home of the Comfort Menu.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 10 million people without destroying your credit. They can reduce your interest rates, lower your total payments up to 50% to get you out of debt fast. For a free consultation, call Consolidated Credit now. The program works.
Call 800-988-0848. 800-988-0848. 800-988-0848.
Consolidated Credit Solutions Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Kansas CSO 0019051. Maryland DM 1492. Oregon DM 892. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, license number DC83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action. Actual interest rates, length of program, and monthly payment reductions will vary by consumer and creditor. Yours could be higher or lower. Not a loan company. We do not lend money.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. And did I mention that Clarissa Sells WNC loves teachers? We love teachers so much, we're giving back 25% of our commission at closing. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
In a developing story, we've learned that after decades of service to boys and girls everywhere, the Easter Bunny has stepped down. He has identified his replacement as a local rabbit who has been seen frequenting area Ingalls markets in recent days. He has been stocking up on Ingalls Easter candy, holiday hams, farm fresh eggs, and Easter lilies and balloons. And they also say that Easter magic indeed starts at Ingalls.
Oh, you know what that music means. It's parlay time. I gave you a 6-legger. I forgot the poodle rule. The poodle rule is not a hard and fast rule. If it's got more than 4 legs, that 5th one can get in the way. And guess what happened? My 6th one got in the way.
No.
5 right. Missed one. Oopsie poopsie. We'll try to be better tonight. I'm taking a bunch of overs. I'm going over the 218 Warriors Magic. I'm going over 235 Pacers Bulls. It might hit that in the third quarter because those two teams cannot play defense to save their lives. That may be 142 to 137, which steers into take Miles Turner to hit a whole mess of threes. Over 226.5 for the Rockets and the Thunder. Grizzlies plus the 4.5 on the back-to-back over the Lakers. Put 5 on that, pays you 68.18, and there's only one place you could possibly want to take it, and it's the DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of the Sportsocracy. You can wager NASCAR, NBA, college basketball next week, or tomorrow, next week. Ooh, life comes at you fast. With the tournament coming back, and if you do it with our promo code, you get bonus bets for doing it. For a limited time, new customers who sign up with our promo code, WPEK, and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. Whether you prefer player props like Miles Turner over that 1.5 threes against the worst team in the NBA against defending threes. Had to say it again. Same game parlays or whatever your flavor is, you can do it all with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now using code WPEK. Bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with our code WPEK. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only, new customers only. Subject to regulatory licensing requirements. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit wagering and eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC.
We will be back with you tomorrow at noon right here on ESPN Asheville. Your Atlanta game, the Atlanta Braves pregame show, will be leading you up to opening day of baseball, and I'm pretty sure there'll be some baseball bangers tomorrow as well. We'll see you then.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
Again, east, and it may be just a few miles to our east where we'll have showers and even some thunder showers this afternoon. Some partial sun here locally. 68 should do it. Tonight, breezy, cloudy, 40 again, keeping the rain east. Tomorrow, sunshine. Temperatures in the upper 50s. There might be some clouds, especially east, a gusty breeze, and keeping the rain east. Friday, sunshine and breezy and a high of 65. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajic.
Celebrate and save at Ashley's Anniversary Sale. With Hot Buys, your choice of colors starting at just $3.99. Ashley Sleep mattresses starting at $2.50. Plus, receive a free adjustable base with select mattress purchases. And shop top mattress brands like Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, Purple, and Beautyrest Black with 60-month special financing. Only at Ashley. Subject to credit approval. No minimum purchase required. Minimum monthly payment, down payment, tax, and delivery may be required. See store for details.
The Sportsocracy.
Who we gotta cheer for on Sundays now?
This March, Wendy's has some amazing deals on their hamburgers made with fresh, never frozen beef.
Like a juicy Dave's single for $1 and a fresh $2 Dave's double with in-app offer.
It's such a good deal, we wrote a little ditty about it.
Get it for $1. Dave's single, order in the app. Dave's single, get it for $1. Choose wisely, choose Wendy's, official hamburger March Madness.
Limited time offer. Participating U.S. Wendy's. See offer details and redeem at Wendy's app. Account registration required. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S. and Alaska.
From the Ingalls Studios, this is ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart radio station.